The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, January 7th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by the Hockey Gambling Podcast and their brand new YouTube page. Hey, if you love NHL hockey, you need to check out the Hockey Gambling Podcast. The hockey guys are giving away a hoodie to celebrate their brand new YouTube channel. Just register today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/HGP. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks for Sunday, January 7th. We got a lot to recap. I'm having a winning night, but I will be honest, the late night did kick my ass again. So I was looking like I was having an amazing night, and that cooled off. Still had a winning night, though. We'll talk more about it. Perhaps you're wondering who the hell you're listening to. That's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Dant, Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I had great plays. I had horrible plays. But we cashed in some money. Shout out to Ara. I hope I pronounced your name, man. Correctly, that is. Shout out to you. Appreciate the $5. Keep up the good shit. I don't even bet much, but listen to the show for all the laughs, fair dick, cocktail napkins, LeBarons, etc. Hey, thank you. We like to think we are a gambling show, but also an entertainment show. Shout out to Frankie. That's my guy right there. Give him a follow on Twitter. He's a highly entertaining guy. Great guy. I've known that guy pretty much my entire fucking life. Let's just say that. Great fucking guy. Shout out to Frankie. I am joined by my co-host. We're going to have to talk about a few things. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. Just knocked out some Big 12 action over at the Big 12 College Experience. Wild day. Too many games. I'm not going to lie. They got to separate these games. There's too many good games on. Kind of got my ass kicked early. Had a good little early afternoon or late afternoon, early evening. And then like you, man, these fucking late night Pac-12 goddamn games keep kicking our ass.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good ass kicking. Like a good ass kicking on the final like 5 games here. And we'll get into each and every game, folks, because that's what the fuck we do here. Is my internet hopping or is that just my computer?
I think it's hopping a tad. Chat, is he going out or is it me?
Why don't you talk for a second while I exit and come back in?
I can
talk about West Virginia.
No, let's. I'll talk about anybody but fucking West Virginia. I'm wearing red for Houston. Noah Bieniek, what's up, man?
How we doing, guys?
Colby's restarted his computer, but
yeah, I'll walk you through my day. I had a shit ass day. So I went 3-6 for those that are curious, and I felt like all 6 of the fucking losses were terrible reads, and they were done with like 10 minutes left the second half. To be honest, I think I would rather have it that way than like lose by a hook or like by some BS with TCU, a flagrant, non-flagrant foul with a minute to go.
Oh God!
I know
Don't
TCU
even
covered,
start
but
that
like
shit.
that was that's awful. So for me personally, I woke up around like 1:40ish, and I have a TV in my room, so I'm still like blurry-eyed, barely awake. Roll over, watch the final 5 minutes of Florida, Kentucky, and the Gators scored 2 points in the final like 4 minutes. Just beautiful. Great way to start my day. Mac, your experience of watching your team wasn't much better, correct?
No, and it was right after the shit. So hey, let's lead it off right there. Perfect transition, Noah being a company man. Kentucky gets it done, even though I know they weren't a noon game. They were 12. By the way,
he goes perfect transition. Let's lead it off right there. I thought
I'm doing everything I can. I just talked about fucking West Virginia for a fucking hour on the Big 12 show. You think I want to fucking talk about that shit? I think there's a hole in my wall over there.
KG Visual says he had West Virginia plus 29.5. Couldn't even cover that.
You should have taken it plus 40. You would have covered. Let's talk about Kentucky, man. So I know you woke up at 1:45 because you were downloading the show.
My allergies are shit too.
Yeah. So by the way, full disclosure, yes, Noah Bieniek probably does sleep in a little too much, but there is a reason that he does it. He does have to stay up to make sure the show gets done correctly on the back end so that it gets out to everybody. So that's why he's waking up at ridiculous hours.
I would be up at noon to watch one of my teams play basketball, but it's just
you
got to be able to function on some.
Are you going to be up for Michigan tomorrow?
It depends on when this one gets out because this is going to be another long show.
You ain't waking up for Michigan. I wouldn't wake up for Michigan, to be honest. All right. But anyway.
I don't know. I should be because it's Doug's last game, but I don't know. We'll see.
Nah, you ain't going to wake up. Thoughts? I know you only caught the last 5 minutes.
It's an impressive performance from a bunch of freshmen for Kentucky, right?
I agree.
Going on the road.
This kind of set the whole tone for the day, and what was last night is Florida was the right fucking side the entire game. They had every chance to blow this thing open, but I give Kentucky all the credit in the world for keep fighting, and they made enough shots down the stretch. Kentucky's good, man, and it wasn't. I didn't think Kentucky sucked. That's why I took Florida. It was a great spot for Florida. They needed a game like this for their resume. And that place was on fire. They had an orange out. I mean, they outplayed them for 30-plus minutes, but they did not finish. And unfortunately, Florida's probably going to be a bubble team now.
I would say, like, Florida was never really able to stretch out a lead. I don't know if I would say dominated was the word, but, like, they didn't trail.
They got to 10 or 11.
Yeah, they didn't trail for much of the game. That's for sure. I'm very impressed by Zion Poland's performance. And that was honestly one reason why Florida kind of ran out of the gas at the end, because he started to cramp or whatever injury he was dealing with in the final couple of minutes. So, yeah, he was the best player on the floor tonight, in my opinion. And without him in the final TV timeout, kind of hurt for sure.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I'll go over to the next game because they were kind of side by side for me. If you had the blue blood fucking bitch parlay, it hit
at noon.
Yeah, if you had the fucking chalk bitch blue blood parlay, it hit. Fucking Carolina, dude. Clemson completely choked in the second half. Carolina took the fight to them, and Clemson kind of just folded. I thought Carolina was more physical, and shout out to you weren't awake yet, but Dabo Swinney was wearing the biggest fucking eye shiner.
I
don't know
that.
What the fuck. They said it was a pickup basketball game. I don't know what the fuck happened. I couldn't believe Clemson lost this game.
Definitely a black eye.
Both of the games. So yeah, Game ball is definitely going to be Carolina and Kentucky.
So did Clemson only score 2 points in the final 5 minutes of this game?
Yeah, they completely got shut down. They folded. They folded. Yeah. They couldn't make a shot. They weren't as physical as Carolina. This was a back-to-back road spot for Carolina too. They just played at Pitt.
Yeah.
And now they're going to Raleigh the next game. So this is a sandwich game in a 3-game road trip, and they were the more physical team. It was unbelievable.
When you go 1 for 18 from 3, it's tough to win a game.
True. Yeah, Gerard couldn't throw it in the ocean. So, hey, pick Dundee's back.
Hey,
we're talking about how bad Clemson sucks.
Yeah, they looked very staple to the floor for the most part of that game, and I mean, are you going in order of the games, or is this?
We only talked about Kentucky and Florida, so you can play your music for Kentucky.
Gotcha. There we go. Oh, how great that was! This fucking get this Florida Gator pretender shit out of here. As I know, I'm skipping again. I don't know what the fuck's going on here in Los Angeles. But anyway, what'd you make of? I mean, I don't want to go through the same shit you guys were saying, but what did you make of those Gators, though?
Well, we were talking about them being side by side. It felt like the moment was too big for Clemson and Florida today. They both should have won, but they both folded in the second half. Especially Florida. I mean, Florida led for 30 plus minutes.
Mac's exact words were dominated for 35 minutes.
Oh, they did. No, 30. 30.
Colby comes in all high and riding his W, and Mac kind of softens what he said.
I said they dominated. Dude. They should have. They were better.
So my story or what had happened was I thought Zion Poland was the best player on the floor. But he cramped in the final 4 minutes. It is what it is.
All I know is Kentucky's a young ass team. That's a great fucking win. And
them and Carolina.
Yeah, and to me, I can't trust the Gators until they prove it to me. They didn't prove it to me today. They should have been able to win that game. They didn't. But let's talk about the Gamecocks, because the Gamecocks got it done against Mississippi State.
I hate Mississippi State.
Lamont Paris, baby. Let's go. 68-62. The Gamecocks are now 13-1. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is struggling right now, so bear with me.
I don't think it's as bad as you think it is.
Okay. Yeah, what'd you make of?
I think it actually got worse, to be honest. The delay of the volume or like the audio from his picture to the audio.
But what'd you make of Lamont Paris grabbing that?
No, I mean, great win. Fucking Mississippi State. They're so frustrating to watch. I felt like they had control of this game in the first half, and then they just didn't score for 8 minutes. And then they did it again in the second half. Great win, Carolina. They're 13-1 is what we said, and they're playing good. Interested to see how they fare against the rest of the SEC going forward, but as of right now, they're probably going to make the tournament. A lot of games left, though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games left, but I'm feeling pretty good. I was high on them in preseason. I wasn't this high on them. I started off the day with a bang, though, because I got, like I said, I started red hot because South Carolina hit, and then the Iowa Hawkeyes put it on the Scarlet Knights. I don't even think they ever trailed in this game.
Why did they fuck Rutgers up?
Yeah, something about it. They just fuck up Rutgers every year.
They struggle with those staples.
And they missed McCaffrey didn't even play. So
it's weird.
Yeah. And Pitt, we should have bet on Pitt as they took down Louisville. This was just, I thought it stunk. I took Pitt on the page. I just didn't bet Pitt, and sure enough, Panthers win by 13. they fuck up these mid majors like Louisville.
I need to bet Pitt because that means they're going to lose. Every time I take Pitt, they fight all 2 times. Louisville's so bad.
It sounds like NC State. We'll get to that later.
I like the NC State.
I'm seeing parallels between Virginia and UCLA. We'll talk about that in a bit. We were both on UMass Lowell. Why did we not bet UMass Lowell?
Well, there were 150 games, and I think we lost like
there was
5
a lot
out of the first
games.
6.
Yeah. I mean, I bet like 40 some bets today when it was all said and done, but
I had like 60.
Lowell wins by 7 against New Hampshire. And then we did call for the money line on the LaSalle Explorers. Yes.
Easy.
Fran Dunphy. Dude, I'll be honest. They were 5-point dogs, 4.5-point dogs. I feel like I was on fire all year in the Atlantic 10. If you ask me what's the conference I'm kicking ass at the most, I think I have a great read on the Atlantic 10 for some reason. I just feel like I never miss. What'd you make of the Explorers?
Great win. They controlled the tempo early. There was a little delay to start the game. I was wondering what the fuck's going on over on the USA Network. I forget what happened.
You got that Walker Texas Ranger rerun?
Yeah, there was something wrong with like the fire or something. There was like a lightning delay or something. I forget what happened, but that feels like 10 weeks ago when that game tipped. Good win, Fran Dunphy.
Yes, and I will give you some credit here, even though I didn't bet this game. This game was awesome, by the way. Oof. Marquette and Seton Hall. The runs going back and forth between both teams. I thought this game was awesome.
Yeah, I was all over Seton Hall. Seton Hall is good at home. They're good as a dog. And I probably should have dove into this more. Shaka is not good as a favorite. Shaka's not good laying points. That game, I mean, I thought Seton Hall punked them. They took the fight to them, took the initial punch and punched right back. And great win, Seton Hall. Great week. Great week.
No, it was a weird game because I felt like they did that, and Seton Hall deserved to win the game. They were the better team today, but there were little spurts where like Marquette would come back and grab a 4 or 5 point lead. I don't know. I thought the game was just kind of back and forth, but Seton Hall was the better team, if that makes sense.
It felt like South Carolina, Mississippi State, but in Seton Hall, Marquette. Like they felt like mirror images of one another, where the road team punched initially, and then the home team settled in and grinded it out.
I love the Seton Hall team. I deserve to eat shit on this because, I mean, I loved them early this season. The only reason why I bet Marquette today was because I just thought it was a tough spot after winning at the Dunk, coming back home, being able to sustain that energy. They did. They knocked off Marquette back-to-back games. Great stretch of games for Seton Hall. I think they're for real, dude. I think they're turning.
No, I think this is a big step in the right direction for them, winning both those games now and moving forward. I think that's one of the bigger wins of the whole entire day. Moving along. I did bet on Georgetown late. I know I didn't play this last night on the show, but this is Circle of Trust. I played it on this morning's show, and fuck you, Georgetown. They suck. They win 68-65. Dude, this was anyone's game with like 2 minutes left. It was frustrating. Georgetown had like at one point they had like a 10-point lead, but I don't know. I was disappointed by that. I thought they would smack them. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Georgetown did not look good today. I thought this was a great smash spot. DePaul hung right in there. Georgetown's not very good. If I was a little bitch like some of these little fucking bitches in the chat, I'd be like, Clark, you cost me money. All you fucking little bitches out there. Oh, you guys cost me money, guys. Colby had a winning day. I went 27-28, and if you want to go check the fucking picks page. There's a fucking record right there. I'm looking at it right now. I'm 90 games over 500 on my fucking locks. Colby's 60 games over. He's a lot less than me. Kiss our fucking ass.
I was 8 games over 500 with 2 fire money line plays today.
Yeah.
So eat a giant bowl of dick.
Yeah.
All right.
Go suck on your fucking mom's tit in your fucking basement, you fucking losers.
North Carolina that was a good win for Carolina. I know you and Noah talked about that. Nice road win there. And that's one that could matter for seeding in the ACC essentially. I was surprised Howard got drilled by North Carolina Central the way that they did. Lavelle Moten is just a fucking stud, man.
It's good, man. Good coach.
Really good coach, man. We talked Kentucky, Florida, and then how about this one? I think this is one of the low key bigger wins or bigger disappointments. I don't know what side is bigger. Georgia 75, Missouri 68. Dude, the Bulldogs, don't look now. They're 11-3. Brian Sanders, what's going on? Mike Snow White. Yeah. And then I think Missouri is one of the more disappointing teams thus far. I mean, I know there wasn't a ton of hype coming in on the Tigers, but we still thought they would be sitting around the bubble. They're struggling right now. They're really struggling.
They are struggling. Yeah, man. Maybe a sophomore slump.
Yeah. I mean, Georgia though, sophomore slump for Mike White, not so much. Wright State. I jumped on this one. If you listened to the show this morning, this was last night. This was a Mac Noah lock. I went with Wright State, but this morning I'm doing the show. I said I'm gonna bet the shit out of Wright State, and I did. Raider Nation, stand up. Let's go.
This was a lock battle, actually. I was on Purdue Fort Wayne.
Did I not say that, or am I fucking this up?
It sounded like you were meaning that like both Mac and I locked up.
State. Yeah. I can't talk, folks.
The Raiders almost.
Thanks for listening to this talk show.
The Raiders almost wanted to let the Mastodons back into this game. That's all I'll say.
I won a couple of battles versus Bieniek today.
Like I said,
I owed him a couple. I owed you a couple. You got me. You got me in this week. I'm humble enough to say I owed you a couple from this week.
Yeah, you did.
And I did get lucky on one. See, I mean, when I get lucky, I'll admit it. There was one that I know Noah's going to come in here and bend.
Well, I'm glad you talked me off of Holy Cross +7 because I lost by 13. Also, I thought I proposed a potential lock of Lafayette. We didn't go with it, but Lafayette drilled Boston. My St. Francis Red Flash, glad I didn't bet them today because they got fucked up by the vacuum company. But how about this sweat? So last night we called the show Colgate Navy. It was at 5.5, if memory serves me correct. The spread. Well, I was intoxicated last night. If you didn't realize, and I forgot to do a lot of wagers that I said. So this morning I got the worst of the number at 7.5. And oh boy, was this game a fucking sweat. First off, Navy was kicking their ass the first half.
You're up like Colgate, 16.
I know. Colgate storms back. They get a 13-point lead twice. Yeah. They get a 13-point lead. Navy cuts it down to 4. They get it back to 13, and then Navy cuts it with 20 seconds left. This was a 4-point game, or maybe there's 30 seconds left. But Colgate makes the free throws at the end of the game. They cover by a half a point. Whew. I love a good sweat like that. Let's go. Mercer absolutely drilled VMI. Didn't have any money on that, but I did have money on the Bryant Bulldogs fucking up UMBC. UMBC is one of the worst teams in the nation. One of the worst teams in the nation. We should continue trying to fade them.
Double lock on the Bulldogs.
Yes.
One of my 3 wins today.
Tout. All right.
I did not bet that.
I was surprised the way Samford drilled the Citadel. I got that game wrong. Didn't bet that game. Shout out to James Hunter though. He donated $2 to the fund. Appreciate you, James. Yeah, I was surprised at the way they dominated the Citadel. I thought the Citadel would cover, maybe even win outright. Didn't bet that game, but your thoughts on Samford? They're looking pretty good recently.
Samford's good. Samford's a good team.
Yeah.
There are going to be some spots to fade him though, but good team.
Well, Noah, I want you to step forward, paging Noah, clean up on aisle 7.
Which one's this?
Well, this has nothing to do with the battle. I just want to know how you guys feel about Rick Pitino, 3-1 in the Big East right now.
Terrible.
No, nothing.
Terrible.
3-1, and you're not nervous at all? You're not nervous at all?
No.
No, I'm not either. Well, I'd hit 3 St. John's games in a row. I thought it was a good time. I had St. John's right there. I bet the fuck out of him against Butler.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what.
I bet him against UConn. He bet UConn.
Kyle Neptune in fucking Villanova. I don't know what the fuck their game plan was. In the past, now I know Neptune wasn't coaching. Villanova, when teams press them, they would just grind you down, pull it out, grind you down. They tried to run with St. John's, who pressed. I was so perplexed the entire game. I'm like, why are you trying to run with St. John's when they're more athletic than you? So, Pitino out-coached the fuck out of Kyle Neptune today. That was the whole difference in the game.
I just want you guys to acknowledge that their next.
I like Pitino.
Their next 5 games. I'm ready for a prediction. Home to Providence, they're going to beat Providence, right? At Creighton, Michael Crichton, they're going to lose that game. But after that, they're at Seton Hall. They're going to beat Seton Hall. And after that, they're going to beat Marquette. And after that, they're going to beat Villanova because they're all at home. And
you win at Seton Hall?
Yeah. I'm not buying in Seton Hall just for 2 fucking games. Fuck out of here.
No.
They're a better team than Seton Hall. They're better fucking team.
They're probably better, but it's at Seton Hall.
I like Seton Hall's next 5 games more than St. John's, and I ranked Seton Hall higher than St. John's. So let me take you through Seton Hall.
Might win the Big East.
Yeah.
No.
Seton Hall at Georgetown.
Loss.
No.
Yep. They're due. Yeah. This is a letdown spot right here. Georgetown's
teams always hit a wall in late January.
Georgetown doesn't have as much.
They always win in March, buddy. All right.
They do. Well, I said I'm going to hop on them in March. I'm not hopping on them in January and February.
Game number 2.
You guys suck today.
This is probably where you fade Seton Hall if you think it's like a spot in a road game. They're at Butler.
They're going to lose 2 in a row.
No, they're fucking beating Georgetown for sure.
No.
Write it.
No.
Write it.
Fuck Butler.
Then they get St. John's at home. W. Creighton at home. W.
3 losses in a row.
Providence at home. W. That's a 4-1 stretch there.
Fuck out of here with this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. I'm Georgetown to the points all day. Sign me up right now.
Shout out to Tommy B. He's donating $10 for my new curtains that I'm covering up by my flags. So.
Well, Noah, why don't you gas up the little Baron with that $10? Go around town. Worry about the curtains at another day, but shout out to Tommy B. All right. St. John's looking like the fucking aces that they are. So one of my losses and one of your losses, Mac, was we were intoxicated last night. I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol. Detroit. I get comments, I get DMs. People get so pissed.
I get so many fucking tweets
pissed
about this.
Yeah, they get so pissed that we bet on Detroit every time. They're like, "You're fucking amateurs."
We'll do it again next game.
You guys get tagged in the negatives. I get tagged in the positives. I'm like, why the fuck am I getting tagged in this? I didn't pick Detroit. Like they're like, the hospital's gonna win this thing outright tonight. And I'm like, I am not one of the hospital visitors every day they play a game.
FYI, this is a system play. I took the 2-0 for teams, and I don't know if anybody else watched the other one. Mississippi Valley State, when we get to, they should have won the game outright. They were getting 10 points. They don't have a win either. They haven't been covering it all either. I tell you, I split on the fucking offers. Detroit, whoever they got next, probably will bet them again. We're buying the dip again.
I will buy in at some point. I'll buy in at some point. I know I will. I'm not just abandoning them.
They're going to cover like 7 in a row. You know how this works.
Terrible bet by me. Auburn beat Arkansas by 32 points. Noah, come back.
Where did this
because Noah, I know I lost on a lock with Arkansas here, but we did the SEC preview together.
Yeah. I'm not panicking yet. I think Auburn
can win the SEC.
Auburn's good.
I think they can win the SEC.
I think they're good, but I'd honestly rather take Kentucky than Auburn if I'm picking today. I think
it's close. I don't think that's. I think Kentucky's better than Tennessee.
Tennessee could actually play offense this year.
There's some teams that got fucking exposed big time today. I mean, you can't lose by 30 at home. What
you
Musselman
win at
is,
Arkansas by 30. That's a great fucking win. That's a great fucking win. Yeah.
Yeah. And Arkansas, I don't remember them getting drilled at Bud Walton the way they have today.
Yeah. I agree.
Not under the Muss Bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
After that win, Auburn's now 5th in Ken Pom. So if you're looking for something to fade,
that worked well for BYU tonight.
It did very well. What the fuck was that? That's another loss.
Fucking Mormons.
George Mason 79, St. Louis 67. Noah, you can talk shit because Travis Ford should be 5. If I'm St. Louis, he's not catching the flight home. You can't be. They dressed this up a little bit too. They were getting their ass whooped worse than this. I watched this whole fucking game.
Our show going like 2 hours long or whatever just kind of moved. We moved the line, or at least my bet moved the line, and then it jumped up a whole possession. I pussied out of it being my favorite lock of the day, but I loved this spot. I really did.
Yeah, shout out to you. Tony Skin's killing it, man. Mason's got VCU next. Great fucking rivalry game.
VCU's very down right now. Sorry.
Yeah. What are you showing over here?
I fucked up there. I went to take down the hoop, but yeah, VCU's
fucking porno there. What's going on?
VCU's on the struggle bus. The porno is your top 25. Are you jacking off to it right now? Or
that was fucking like a month ago.
No.
Purdue's number 1. That's not right.
Central Michigan 71, Ball State 65. Noah, huge win for the Chips. Fire up Chips. Where are they currently on the Michigan rankings? Because another Michigan school had a huge win today too.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan's win was still, I think, better.
So they've passed Michigan, right?
No.
Mac, what do we think
Michigan's
about that?
Michigan's still 3rd. Eastern's 4th.
Let's have a discussion after tomorrow's noon game. Sneak peek on the preview with picks edition on the other side, the B side of the college basketball experience, as you say.
Murray State.
This is
put it on the Purple Aces. Put it on the Purple Aces today. Wait, did you know and battle this?
Yeah, he had Evansville.
Yeah,
I had a bunch of cocktails last night. I remember like half.
Like I said, a couple of my bets today, I could turn them off in the second half, and I was just accepting defeat with 10 minutes to go. You know,
I'm getting rid of that bottom line because that's slowing up my fucking computer right now. I don't know what's happening, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to promote myself anymore. My arrogance promotes myself all the fucking time. Yeah, Murray State is hot right now, man. They're back. Jacksonville's terrible. They got drilled by Stetson. Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible.
Terrible.
Drexel put it on William and Mary. Drexel's not bad this year, man. And Drexel's then yeah, I needed to make a trip to the computer store with my interwebs, I think. Let's get to it. Houston 89, West Virginia 55. I had $100 on West Virginia. I did not ride the money line like some people had told me to, but what in the fuck was this, man? Because Houston, they're entering the Big 12 saying, "Hey, fuck you, Big 12." That was the most dominating performance today, I think, out of every fucking game.
Probably of the year.
Yeah,
honestly, that was the best performance I've seen. I like Houston. I think Houston's good. That wasn't my whole thing. I'm so down on my team right now, and that's pretty much where we just did a whole hour on it. I mean, fucking awful, terrible pick. I apologize. I will take them against K-State on Tuesday, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's your team. You gotta.
We just took Ohio State to the brink in Cleveland in overtime. It's one game. Now, I will say, That was fucking awful. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
we kind of dressed it up. I don't even know if it was 30 points. It probably should have been 50.
Fuck Ohio State too, by the way.
No, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Thanks, Noah.
Yeah. Hofstra 76, Delaware 71. Of course, Hofstra did not cover. I didn't bet that game, but I tried to get every game right, and I was off by about a point there. Shout out to the Blue Hens for getting it done. McNeese almost lost to Commerce, man. This is a little bit of a game. I think you guys were on this. I thought they would just cruise on in past Commerce. Didn't bet the game, but nice for McNeese to get to avoid getting upset. Virginia 60, NC State 76. This fucking Virginia team, you bunch of
Lost
tiki
battle.
torch little bitches, you little fucking bitches. All right, because first off, NC State was making a bunch of bullshit shots from like half court in the first half. I don't know if you saw that shit with like 1 on the shot clock, just throwing it up like a fucking game of horse. All
They're
right, well,
so
look, if you
similar
wanna
to Pitt. It's actually funny. Them and Pitt are like mirror images of one another. It's like the biggest bitch brand of basketball. I'm with you.
Yeah, they're a bunch of bitches, and enjoy your little win now. As you're 11-3 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But you won't put East Carolina on the schedule because we'll beat your fucking bitch ass institution. All right, and you won't put us on the schedule. All right, Jimmy V. We stormed the football field, took down their goalpost. Yeah, their goalpost, and he's like, we're never scheduling East Carolina ever again, as long as I'm athletic director. They suck. Nice win. Virginia sucks too. Virginia is UCLA of the East. Both teams look like shit.
Suck.
Yeah.
Great coaches. And my humbling moment with Virginia was the Memphis game and in the Notre Dame game. I watch those games and I'm like, man, this team does not have it. Like, they don't have the athleticism. They're not as tough defensively. I mean, they haven't been athletic in the past either, but their culture usually puts them across. They don't have the culture this year either. They suck. They're an NIT team.
And shout out to
LA though.
Shout out to Marlon Jemerson, who gave us $20. Says, love you guys. Easily the best college basketball show on the net. I was part of FAU first D1 team. That's fucking fantastic, man.
There we go.
Dude, hit me up if you want to come on the show. Let me read the rest of that. Don't you hate it when the teleprompter? Look, we were
narrator.
We were lambs to the slaughter, going 3-25. NC State was one of those wins, though. That's what you are very welcome to come on this show. Let's reminisce about that one. Appreciate the donation there, Marlon, and happy New Year, buddy. Okay, you ready to talk a bunch of shit here?
What you got?
TCU got hosed today.
My God.
I didn't bet TCU because I was nervous of the fog. I took TCU on the picks page. I thought they got hosed today. That was some tough whistles down the stretch, man.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Death, taxes, the fucking referees at the goddamn fog cowarding out. That is some bullshit, man. That is not a flagrant foul. All these fucking people saying, "Oh, he hit him in the face." Get the fuck out of here, man. You're gonna get hit in the face every now and then.
So ridiculous.
It should have been a layup for TCU at the other end. It wasn't even a foul.
Now maybe Kansas still wins that game, but come on. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah.
Dickinson of all people, too.
Ridiculous call.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
When you see Dickinson go down, you're like, oh shit, here we go again. And then they go to the replay and it's like, yep, he felt like he was knocked out by like the best heavyweight puncher out there.
Oh my God.
I blame all that shit on Vlade Divac.
Here's my stance.
He is
on
Vlade
this.
Divac. Good comparison.
So here's my stance on this thing. I think it's a common foul had they called it originally, but they didn't call a foul. So I don't know how you go back to the booth or to whatever and replay it.
That's such bullshit. Because
technical.
What are we doing? If we do that, then we can go and change every fucking call ever. It's so stupid.
Yeah,
so stupid.
It was a 6-point swing that shouldn't have existed. Really, they wouldn't.
I would have got thrown out if I was the coach. I would have got absolutely. I mean, the chairs. Bobby Knight 2.0 here. Chairs would have been thrown.
Now, with that said, Colby, I know everybody in the chat saying Houston's going to run away with the Big 12. I'll bet anybody right now Kansas will win the Big 12. They sucked ass today. They fucking got every call. They will win the Big 12.
I would lean Kansas, but not by much.
They'll find a way. They always find a way because they win bullshit games like this that they should not have won. And I bet Kansas on the money line when they were down with the under 4. So the greatest bet in sports cashes again.
I bet Gardner Webb plus 8 points.
Brutal.
And they lost by 9.
Yeah.
And it was like a 3-point game the entire game. I mean, I guess maybe not the entire game, but
I joined you. Point, this is double. We both bet this.
This one hurt, man. This one, we were on the right side.
This in Vermont.
We were on the right side here.
This in Vermont, like back to back.
Oh yeah.
Vermont was ridiculous.
We should have bet American. I knew they would drill Bucknell. They're much better. Harvard got their ass whooped. I thought that was an easy fucking bet. I cannot believe that Princeton beat him by 31 points. I cannot believe. Cannot believe.
That might be
score was like a 3-point lead too.
Yeah.
By the way,
honestly, that might be the worst performance of the day. Harvard, you cannot lose to Princeton, your rival, by
in
30.
a rivalry game. That's a good point.
That might be the worst performance of the day.
UNC Asheville Presbyterian was a really good game. I watched this game. Asheville very fortunate to they Presbyterian should have got one more chance to score, but they kind of shit the bed. They had like an easy rebound that went off their own knee, and that kind of cost them the game because they had the foul after that. But it was a good game by both teams. Shout out to Asheville, and Drew Pember scored like 30, I think, if memory serves me correct. Fucking Dartmouth got drilled by Penn. Shout out to Noah Bieniek, who knows fucking Dartmouth is terrible. I'm not used to these Ivy League blowouts like this. What the fuck's happening?
Yeah. I wanted to lock it, but you guys didn't want to go with me.
So something's happening in the Ivy League because they haven't had blowouts like this.
I think there's honestly a clear separation in the top half, bottom half, like bigger than normal, to be honest. You have Princeton, you have Yale. I mean, even Penn.
Yeah.
Like Dartmouth, Columbia down at the bottom. It's always been Columbia, but they've always been able to cover the large spreads. I think the better teams in the Ivy are like really good this year. Maine
covers by a 0.5 point at Vermont. Fuck out of here with this one. Fuck out of here with this one.
How many have we had like this week where it's been a cover the entire game and it's at the last second it's like a backdoor layup uncontested to cover, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. I thought we should maybe lock this last night. I didn't bet this game. I'm mad that I didn't, but you come swim with the Dolphins, you win a lot. Lemoyne 74, Fairleigh Dickinson 63. Buddy, Lemoyne is 6-9 now. Year one. Who is this team?
They're the Dolphins. I like them. They play hard.
Yeah.
Good culture.
Yeah. And then Noah, we forgot to mention Western Michigan got a win today too, as they went to Buffalo and beat your Bulls back. Your thoughts?
I think you mentioned yesterday that there was a dark horse in the MAC and it was Buffalo. The dark horse actually might be the Broncos because they are like
they're playing better, man.
Yeah,
they're playing better. I didn't lock it because I watched them the game before and I was like, hey, they're not that bad. Even though remember that one time I bet on them in like November and they lost by like 70.
I was joking around about the dark horse just because their mascot is a dark horse, but like they're at least capable of winning against some of these bottom feeders in the MAC as well. In years past, they have not been.
Yeah.
Rob says they're 9-2-1 against the spread.
Woo. Dolphins doing it. And then came, sometimes I try to give my friends, help. Try to say, guys, walk with me here. We're going to make a shit ton of money. All right. And what I'm talking about is the fucking Long Island Sharks. They get it done. Get this fucking graveyard bullshit out of here. It's like fucking Hurricane Katrina here because we had the fucking Sharks swimming through the fucking graveyard, eating up each one of those fucking graves one by one. Easy fucking cash. Oh my God. Why did you not take the fucking Long Island Sharks? Easy fucking money. On the money line, Rod Strickland, greatest fucking American of all time. Let's go.
Because I'm like, I have a loyalty towards the graveyard after our lock battle standalone game where they were catching like 20 against, I think it was Lowell, and they led the entire game and gave it away. So I love the graveyard, but the Sharks are fucking rolling, which means I'm definitely going against them next game.
I told you they're live in this fucking conference, all right? This NEC bullshit, all right? And all those people that DM me in the past, like, I don't know, like a week ago when Long Island was fucking struggling, how you doing now? I told you the fucking Sharks are coming. When the bus ain't late, they're fucking winning games, all right? Let's go.
That was brutal that night.
Oh, man. That was a great win. That was a great fucking win. That made my day. I almost quit right there. Almost quit right there. Oh, we got Rod Slickland in the chat. Not Strickland, Slickland. Shout out to Rod Slickland. We almost locked up Ohio. Did you bet Ohio? Because you almost talked me into it. You almost talked me into it. I didn't do it. They cover against Northern Illinois. And then how about Tulane getting drilled by North Texas? You know, North Texas is coming around, man. I've been really impressed with their past two games, man.
Yep.
I also lost $100 on UNC Wilmington against Towson. Maybe you are right. Maybe there's something not right with this Seahawk team.
It's weird.
Yeah. And then the Friars of Providence backdoor that Creighton game.
They played hard.
That. They did play hard, man.
Yeah. I mean, I know they're down Hopkins now, but I mean, they competed today.
We were on the right side of the Great Danes against NJIT. I believe I was on the right side of the Campbell Camels beating down Hampton. Hampton's horrible. And then it's all about where you get the number, folks. It's all about where you get the number. I personally thought they should have won on the money line before overtime, but they lose in overtime by 4, but I had 4.5. And the Miami Hurricanes, whew.
I had 3.5. Wake.
There we go. Miami had a 4-point lead in the ball with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left and lost. I mean, I guess that can happen, but still. Also, Wooga Poplar did not play. Still mad because I did sprinkle some on the money line here, but they had a chance to win at regulation. They missed a shot. It got into overtime. Wake made good plays. That's a huge win for Wake Forest. Your thoughts?
I was about to say, let's fuck Miami. Let's talk about Wake. This is a big win. They've won 9 in a row. Steve Forbes is doing it there in Winston-Salem. I think he's going to get them over the hump this time.
You know what we forgot in handicapping? This is going to sound terrible, folks, but I've circle of trust here. Tragic Magic. His wife had a stroke in like the summer. Oh yeah. Wake they could go deep. They could go deep.
I like Forbes. I like Forbes, man. He's a good coach.
Yeah. Thoughts and wishes with Steve Forbes and his wife.
My coach had a stroke, basically, and no tragic magic has worked for him.
That's because you were playing for him, right?
I was never playing for Howard.
Juwan.
Oh, I thought you meant when you were a child or something. Oh,
no. I was saying.
Now, when you're punching people left and right, there's no tragic magic. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and was that? Did he really have a heart attack, or did he just have surgery? That's different.
I have no idea.
He probably got drunk and did some shit. And said he had a heart attack.
My dog had a heart murmur, and I got some minor surgery for him. That doesn't even really count as tragic magic.
He probably was hanging out with Connor Stallion, stealing signs for a hardball. Somebody's got to win in that fucking athletic department. I got this. I got that game on in the background. Fucking that Oh man, the extra point I would have had Alabama +2. If Michigan just makes extra point, I win +2.
That's true. That is
Oh,
true.
God
so
damn it.
we're
That is
finding
true.
out the real reason why his computer blue screen, Colby.
Oh, I fucking threw it.
That was that
every
night.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a dark night because Alabama should have covered.
No, they shouldn't have. They get the fuck out of here.
They should have covered. They
They
should have
got
lost by 1.
destroyed in the first half. You're so fortunate. They had one completion over 15 yards. Like they did not belong in that fucking playoff, dude. I will argue that with anybody. They were a flawed ass team all year.
That's
No,
not
with
the
the missed extra point, technically, you can make a good case that you should have covered with that missed extra point. But I'm just saying they should have been up like 14 or 17 or something at half. Michigan was only up 3. Unbelievable. Shout out to Saban. I thought it was the best coaching job of his career this year. Wisconsin 88, Nebraska 72. When are we talking about Wisconsin being the?
I love Wisconsin. I should have locked them, man. I should have locked them.
Dude, they're fucking rolling right now.
The Staples are fucking rolling.
The Staples are going. They even had a dunk last or 2 games
Alley-oop off the backboard.
Yeah.
That's it. Hello, Whitey.
Yeah, that's one they talk about. That will make all the news in Wisconsin. Let me tell you,
The
Stapler
stapler was jammed on that one.
We're gonna talk about that fucking 6 decades from now. Remember when we threw that alley-oop off the backboard?
Southern Miss 81, JMU 71. What up, Noah? What up? Got that Brett Favre blood money. Crime pays. Crime pays. Andre Curbelo is playing for Southern Miss on some fuck. There's still like probably 5,000 residents trying that have lost their jobs because there's fucking no jobs in Mississippi, and they're trying to collect a check that keeps voiding. Andre Curbelo's over there in his new fucking shades, getting on the fucking court, collecting his blood money. What a win!
You think Curbelo's betting on the games?
Sure.
I kind of think he is. You can tell when he's really fucking engaged, and then other games he's not. He was ready to go today. I can tell you that. Southern Miss beat the shit out of them. I agree with Rob. We are going to bet the fuck out of against Southern Miss next game because they're going to get high and drunk all weekend, and we're going to fade them next week.
Curbelo, watch. He was 5 for 15 from the field with 15 points. He had 9 assists and 3 rebounds. And then Crowley, who's the best guard in that backcourt, he had 15 and 8.
Southern Miss money line play between that LaSalle. I'm a fucking ace over here. All right, put me in the next Top Gun. I'm a fucking ace. All right.
If that backcourt duo can really click, they've got an all senior starting 5.
It won't.
I think that's a top 3 team.
It won't. It won't. It's January 7th. By February 7th, everybody will hate each other and want to kill each other.
I did wager on Old Dominion.
I stayed away. I'm proud of
They
myself.
lost by 15 to Arkansas State. Take a shot here and there. Baylor 75, Oklahoma State 70. Anyone that bet this game wants to vomit. Did you see the end of this game?
I had Oklahoma State plus 5.5.
Oh, okay. Well, most
yes,
I
I saw Bridges get the fucking powder puff fucking dunk.
The dunk with 1 second left to get the cover. Some people, I just picture. I've been there before. Where I just picture a guy at the book just throwing his fucking glass of whiskey at the fucking teller. Baylor's not that good this year, or is that just Oklahoma State?
Well, so Oklahoma State's always better in Big 12 play. I don't know why it is. They under Mike Boyden, they play hard as fuck in Big 12 play. So Oklahoma State is good as a dog in Big 12 play. So keep that on your monitor. Baylor was 2 for 20 today from 3. So I actually am impressed they found a way to win that game.
Yeah. And that
they suck. They sucked today.
True. UT Arlington got drilled by Stephen F. Austin. I think I almost bet this game. I did not though. This is one of the ones that I think I would have had I not fallen asleep before placing a lot of my wagers last night. I think I was going to bet on this one, and this morning I was like, no. North Dakota loses to Northern Arizona is a tough read, but North Dakota did get the cover by 0.5 point. Georgia Southern collects their second win of the season as they beat ULM by 8 in Monroe, Louisiana, and then big win here for the Roadrunners of UTSA as they win 89-82 against the Rice Owls. And then I loaded up on these Merrimack Warriors as they beat the piss out of fucking Sacred Heart. Let's go. I don't know if you have anything to say about any of those games. I thought UTSA Rice. Hey, fuck you, Rice. I'm glad I took UTSA, but this confirms you're still that shitty fucking school that I knew you were. All right. Meet motherfuckers.
I don't have much. I know we're only at the 3:00 slate.
Green Bay, Oakland. Noah Bieniek gets that dub, but Green Bay, being the good sons of guns they are, they cover by 0.5 point.
They play hard, man. I took them.
They do play hard. Longwood drilled Charleston Southern. Had we bet that, we would have lost. Morehead State looked good against Tennessee State. Jackson State ended up covering against Alcorn. Eastern Michigan beat Kent State in overtime. We talked a little bit about that before. Nice win for the Eagles. And Noah Bieniek, he told us about rolling with the Tide. I went with Vanderbilt in the points. How we doing?
Lost.
How we doing, buddy?
This was fucking nuts. Did you see any of this game?
Was it?
I did.
Up by like 17, and they almost lost.
Alabama's a shit show.
I don't know. I watched most of that second half because I'm only working with 3 TVs, so I'll go second half to second half to second half. I turned it on and they went to shit. I didn't see them play good. I saw them blow it.
So this is one of those where you think that I've had those moments where you think that because you're viewing it,
yes,
you fucked up the whole game.
Yes,
yeah. I've been there
because
before.
I tuned in when they were already covering with like 12 minutes to go, and I should have just let it go. You
ever had it when like your wife or girlfriend wants to watch the game with you, and that's the complete jinx? Like she's like, I'm gonna watch the game with you, and I'm like, the game starts, and you're like, you fucking go upstairs right now. Just go fucking upstairs right now. All right.
Fucking up the whole mojo.
Because you don't want to see her. You don't want her seeing how much of a fucking maniac you are when there's a fucking noon tip on a St. Francis game, and you can't even justify the fucking stadiums. You know what I mean? She's wondering why the stadiums look like this. She's like, we got better stadiums like this in South America. Anyway, I want to thank you guys on this one. This was a Mac one here. This is a Mac talked me into this one. Richmond gets it done against the Bonnies. I did not have this as a lock before last night's show. Credit to you. I tip my hat to you, buddy. And I'm not telling you to go fuck yourself. I'm just saying. How you doing?
I went 1 for 2 in my Richmond picks. Richmond looked good, man. They took the fight to them, and you could tell the Bonnies, they were a little complacent tonight. I mean, they got the win at VCU. That place was popping. And I will say, it was like a downpour. It was like a hurricane out here all day today in Richmond. Those fucking bleachers in Richmond and VCU, they were lit in both games. So shout out to all the fans, the neighbors out there that travel to the game. So VCU sucks. So
yeah. We'll talk about that in a second, but actually we can talk about it right now. George Washington 84, VCU 82. See, I thought I should have locked
game winner.
Yeah, what a fucking he got fouled. By the way, he got fouled. Yeah. The announcer's terrible job. Look, I hate George Washington as much as anyone. You heard me on this fucking show. James Bishop makes a crazy that was like a shot you make in horse. He gets fouled though, and I know he was bitter about that, but this is one I'm very mad at because everything told me to bet this. Everything told me to bet this. The line was like 11 or 12. And I was like, why the fuck is VCU a 11 or 12 point favorite against G-Dub? I don't think they're that big of a gap. I think VCU is probably better, but I don't think they're that much better. But shit, G-Dub won outright. I wouldn't have played the money line on this. I would have just taken the points, but I'm still mad. Your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, no, I thought VCU was good in the first half, and then G-Dub controlled the rest of the game. Great win for G-Dub. I mean, I know we both hate them on the show, but good win, good road win.
Yeah, nice win for the Colonials. The Colonials did everything they had to do to win, and that's what good Colonial teams do. Another one I was mad at because I was, so I pretty much the way I do things most nights. Some nights I'm just ad-libbing because I'm doing a bunch of football content, but a lot of nights, like tonight, for example, I have a list of teams that I've bet already. I have a list that are kind of on the fringe list, and Mac or Noah can convince me to take them, and or maybe I'll just feel it and say boom. Well, I certainly had George Washington on that list yesterday, and I certainly had fucking Bradley, and I didn't bet either of them. Bradley destroys Missouri State. Bradley's always a force at home. They won by like 30. Your thoughts on the Braves' performance against Missouri State?
Yeah, Braves are always good at home.
I'm mad I didn't bet that. Norfolk State 79, South Carolina State 72. Nice win for the Spartans. And then I ate a big old bag of shit here. South Alabama did not cover against Georgia State. I bet that, and I ate shit. I also bet Georgia Tech. Me and you both bet Georgia Tech. What happened in this game?
Brutal.
Because
Dude,
when I was watching,
15.
that's what I'm saying. When I was watching this game early on, like you can imagine, a Boston College Georgia Tech game can put you to sleep. So I changed the channel. Georgia Tech was dominating. I changed the channel. I counted it as a win, and then I'm like in my account, refreshing my account, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Then I had to go check to make sure they weren't stealing from me. and then what happened here? I missed this. I did not see any of this. The fuck happened?
Georgia Tech collapsed. I mean, they completely collapsed. Boston College outscored them by like 25 in the second half. Unbelievable. Georgia Tech right side completely threw up all over themselves.
Unfucking believable. Folks, I want to tell you that we're brought to you by the Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, and college football. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in, people. Bieniek, I don't know if you had time to look at it tomorrow's slate, or I don't even know if it's up, but your thoughts.
Sorry.
No. Go.
You do. Okay. There was a couple of games up. I was looking. So the games were Michigan, Penn State, Dayton, UMass, Michigan State, Northwestern. My immediate gut feeling took me to, I want to be on Northwestern tomorrow against Michigan State. And I was looking at Ryan Langford. Personally, I don't think Tyson Walker and Jay Akins are very active on the boards. That's where Langford's probably going to be matched up with on the defensive side and offensive side. And he's grabbing at least 3 rebounds a game. I'm going to take his higher than 5 rebounds and assists. He's cashed this in. He's had 5 or more rebounds and assists in 10 straight games. I'm looking at it right now to double check my math. Yeah, so he's had 3 pushes, 7 total cashes on the higher. So give me higher than 5 rebounds and assists for Ryan Langford of Northwestern.
There we go, folks. That's what's great about Underdog Fantasy. You can find stuff that for college football and college basketball you really can't find anywhere else. So watch along, make picks, and make some extra cash on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN.
2 more picks on Notre Dame
Sure.
fantasy tomorrow slate. Check out sportsgamblingpodcast.com for the daily article.
There you go. Noah's over there writing all these great fucking articles. Who needs fucking Peter King? All right.
Who needs Mac?
We got a fucking King, and who needs Mac? All right, he told us to take West Virginia. They were down like 47-3 to start the fucking game. All right,
the people handicapping the cocktail runs, they're saying this was a piss break. Mac, your response?
No, I had to get a new bottle.
Oh, little bullet.
Yeah.
There we go.
Little bullet action. Let's go. This is what
There
we're
you
bringing
go.
down tonight.
Uh,
Guns blazing.
See what you did to him, West Virginia?
Greensboro drilled East Tennessee State. Nice win for Greensboro. That one will matter. Utah Valley drilled Southern Utah. We didn't bet any of these games. This game was awesome, actually. UC Davis, UC Irvine was a fucking barn burner. We should have bet Davis, as they certainly covered. They lost in overtime by 3. Great game. And how about this beat? UNLV 61, San Diego State 72. I had UNLV. I had $100 on UNLV plus 10. Hi, how are you?
I hate UNLV.
They're a fucking annoying team. They brought this thing. They tie it all the way up and then let it get all the way back to 13. I mean,
this game was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
The first 4 minutes or whatever. What was the score?
They got destroyed out the gate. Yeah.
It was like 18-2 by San Diego State.
Yeah.
Roller coaster.
Absolutely bananas. Delaware State took down Coppin State. And then we should have bet this. We talked about this last night. Why did I not bet Charlotte? Because Charlotte 70, Florida Atlantic 68, and all of a sudden, life in the AAC shouldn't be this way if you're an Owl fan, right?
I bet him.
That's a huge loss because Memphis is going to win that. Memphis is going to get the 1 seed at least. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and FAU is finding out what it's like to be the hunted, man. It's hard. It's hard to fucking keep winning game after game after game when you're not used to it. So
yeah, and you're not getting the whistle. You're not getting that Jayhawk whistle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
For what it's worth, this is only their first conference loss. The Florida Gulf Coast was in conference.
No, but this is my point. Is that the season just started? The conference play just started.
They still have to play head-to-head against Memphis, and this is a team that beat Memphis in Penny Hardaway last year. I know Memphis doesn't return many of those guys.
They also have to go to Greenville, North Carolina, which there's not a chance in hell they're going to beat them in fucking Greenville. And I'll tell you that right now. All right, don't make me call out your fucking hair like that guy did last night. All right.
I forget. See, that's the windshield is better than the rear view mirror. Everybody always says that. I forget what he said. I forget what the guy said last night already. So. But no, like,
Donaldson cracking me up.
Yeah, they've lost their last 2 out of 3 games. They were trailing to East Carolina for some of it.
They're losing when they go to Greenville. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
In Boca Raton.
Don't let them be ranked coming into Greenville because that's just. I will fly there myself.
Sky is falling in Boca Raton. But, I mean, so they've already matched the same amount of losses that they had all last season. But I still believe in this team. I still really like this team. I still think they're winning the American. I think they beat Memphis once, maybe even twice.
Virginia Tech, Florida State. Virginia Tech, this game was... Did you catch the end of this game? This game was fucking insane.
Florida State tried to give this away
many different
ways.
And I still want clarity. I want clarity, and maybe you know this rule. So Virginia Tech had tied it up. They had accidentally... Actually, I thought they kind of got hosed on a... They got... who the fuck was it? Padula maybe got charged with a foul that I thought was a good defensive play. I didn't think he fouled him. So Florida State is shooting free throws. They miss free throws. Does the clock instantly start, or is it when the player touches the ball? I thought it was when the player touched the ball.
No. In the second half, it should be when it goes through the net.
No, he missed though.
Oh, it's when the player touches the ball.
But they fucked that up then because they ran the clock without the player touching the ball. The player was purposely
that's
protecting
completely
the ball.
wrong. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Virginia Tech still would have had to hit like a 40-footer, 50-footer, some crazy shit like that. But they definitely fucked that up. Florida State escapes. They've gotten 2 wins in a row now. Seminoles back, Mac?
Good week. I don't know if they're back, but they protected home court against the Techs this week. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech.
I don't know if you guys saw it. She was in the chat last night too, talking about it. Avetta. She went to the Kentucky-Florida game today, and she was sporting Kentucky gear at the Florida game instead of
she's a Florida State fan, right?
Instead of protecting home base with Florida State. So she's taking pictures, and
they could have used those fans. There was like 7 people there.
She took a picture at the swamp, and I'm like, oh man, I was watching this Florida State game. I was like, they better hold on, because then I'm gonna like take a picture, and Photoshop myself inside their arena or something. I was trying to scheme what I was gonna do if they blew that lead, but. Shout out to Avetta. They held on.
Bieniek does on Saturday.
She may have already accepted that her team's not very good. I don't know. Shout out to her if she did, and she's just traveling the country and watching great basketball. Because
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if you could be a fan that just accepts it and is willing to watch great college basketball, shout out to you.
Amen. Shout out to Avetta. Winthrop 82, South Carolina Upstate 80. Winthrop survives in overtime. We don't need to talk about that, but we can talk about this because I loaded up on Eastern Illinois, and I knew this little cock team had a little cock. All right, and let me tell you, EIU is impressive. What's that player, Booker? They got a guy Booker who's nasty. I was watching this game. EIU 90, Little Rock 88. My only regrets, I didn't play it on the money line. And then Noah, let's talk. Me and Mac.
Which one's this now?
Well, you talked us into a lock. Because
not many of mine hit today. So which one's this?
Well, you brought up last night your old battle wounds from prom.
Oh my God, this was the worst hour of the day.
And me and Mac were not convinced on your stories. So
too personal.
Oh, fuck this game.
Noah locked up Western Carolina, and by locking them, he convinced us that we should bet on Wofford, which was not a lock originally. So we load up on Wofford, we bet Wofford, and I'll be honest, had I not been like DM'd about this game, I would have forgot to bet it. But I was DM'd saying that shit was hilarious. And I go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me bet on Wofford. Boom.
Noah was the right side here though.
Yeah,
I know.
He got hosed.
They were up by like 22 in the second half, and they blew this thing. Shout out to Weehawk. He tagged me in a picture. I don't know if you saw this, Colby. He was walking his dog because he lives very close to the campus and whatnot. His dog was in the picture, and they said the only reason why they blew the cover was because they didn't let their number 1 fan in. Come on, guy. Let Weehawk and his dog in.
His Great Pyrenees, man. I think he's got 2. Shout out to Weehawk. And shout out to Dave Marino. Great guy. I tried to give out this money to you guys, and you guys rejected my money. Reggie Theus and Bethune-Cookman are no fucking joke. Fuck you. You two. Yes, Noah Bieniek. Moneyline Mac. I tried to talk you into this shit. Tried to give you some money. Little stocking stuffers for next year's Christmas. All right. Why didn't you believe me, man? You didn't believe me.
There were 150 games. I was like, I don't really want to squeeze.
Bethune's in conference play now. They're going to fuck up some of these teams. They're going to fuck up some of these teams, dude. I'm telling you. They're better than most of these teams. And Florida A&M's fucking trash.
Chat's calling me racist for hating Bethune-Cookman.
Well, that's under investigation. I got CJ Sullivan, the bet detective, looking into that one.
That was a bad spot on January 6th. I don't know. I didn't trust it.
Yeah, by the way, our racist parlay did not hit. Our racism parlay?
We should have.
2 of 3. Should have been a round robin. Maryland Eastern Shore got it done against Morgan State, 75-74 in a Maryland classic. Loyola Chicago. See, this is what I mean. My A10 picks were fucking. Did I lose a game in the A10 today? Loyola Chicago beat Duquesne 72-67. I didn't bet this, but I'm saying I still take pride in sweeping the board in the Atlantic 10. What'd you do here?
Yeah, no, I wrote it with you. I had a good day in the A10 as well. So outside of St. Louis, I took St. Louis just because Noah said that was his favorite play.
Yeah, actually, that's the one I got wrong. That's the one I got wrong. Actually, I did not sweep the board. Lipscomb 81, Bellarmine 70. I lost $100 on Bellarmine. What the fuck's going on with Bellarmine? What the hell is happening with this team?
Dude, those white guys suck this year, man. They suck.
Oh man!
Especially on January 6th, I was like, "Come on, you guys got to get up for this one."
I've been on many rec league teams where people have said, I've heard passing by as I was losing by 57 points in the second quarter. Dude, these white guys fucking suck.
Oh my god, they're terrible this year.
We did hit on this. USC drilled Stanford by 14. This Stanford bullshit out of here. It was a nice little dream for a little bit. Nice little dream for a little bit. But no. Fuck out of here. USC. Is USC back, Mac?
No, they suck. You saw with UCLA. Does that even mean anything? They beat UCLA with Stanford? Fucking True. UCLA. Yeah. UCLA is so bad. We'll talk about them here in a minute.
Lindenwood got drilled by Western Illinois. Nichols, Houston Christian was about the craziest fucking game. I know it was a very busy game or a very, very busy day.
Yeah.
Houston Christian, I think, came back from 15 with 3 minutes left and then somehow lost in overtime. We didn't call this game. That's another thing is last night we might have had a little too many cocktails because I did miss a gap of games. Like this one, North Dakota State was at Eastern Washington. I think I would have bet this. I didn't even notice it this morning either. I picked it on the sheet though somehow last night, and we hit. Eastern Washington's a factory, man.
They're rolling.
Yeah, they're nasty.
To be honest, what happened, Colby, is your app stopped working halfway through.
Yeah. See, my computer's not working tonight. App's not working. I never got two things that work together at the same fucking time. Florida International covered against Jacksonville State. Was on that one. Sela covered against New Orleans. I was on that one. Marshall took down Texas State. I was on that one. The only problem with all those is I didn't fucking bet any of those. And you want to talk about any of those? I know you're a big Sela fan.
I like Sela. Marshall stole that game late. I did get some eyes on that one. But yeah, shout out to Southeast Louisiana getting a nice win there. My guy David Kiefer, let's go.
So we missed this game last night too, and this morning when I'm loading up the picks, I'm loading up my bets. I happened to notice that Queens was getting a gigantic number against Kennesaw State.
I hopped on this with you,
and this is why you get the picks page, folks, because I added this on the picks page. And sorry, we got intoxicated and there were 7 million fucking games last night and my app wasn't working. But Queens plus, what was it, 8.5?
They led majority of the game.
Yeah, they only lose by 3 to Kennesaw. Lehigh, nice win at Loyola, Maryland. Lehigh's playing better ball. Grambling beat Prairie View. Montana State got absolutely embarrassed by South Dakota State. And then Sam Houston State took down Louisiana Tech. I thought it was an interesting day in the CUSA because I'm just going to lead into this now. So Sam Houston beat La Tech. We thought La Tech might be a contender in the CUSA. I bet on Western Kentucky. They took down the Flamin' Libs. I don't know why the Flamin' Libs are favored at Western Kentucky. But either way, both teams that I think a lot of people were high on, or I don't even know if a lot of people were high on La Tech, but we thought they have a very good roster. The CUSA is going to be kind of interesting with those two outcomes already. Your thoughts on the La Tech Sam Houston or the Flamin' Libs up there in Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Yeah, no, I got some eyes on the Flamin' Libs. It's a new league, man. Western Kentucky's a hard place to win at. Sam Houston, also great home win. You know, a lot of road chalk favorites won today. We should have hopped on both of these, man.
No, I was on Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky.
We should have been on Sam Houston, though, too.
Yeah. And shout out to Rob Donaldson. It says, this isn't on you, Colby. The Southland and ASUN didn't have any lines drop until 6 a.m. Oh, see? I was so drunk, I didn't even realize that.
You know, I thought that, too, because I went to do the picks this morning, and I'm like, why am I missing like 25 games?
Yeah. Yeah. Texas A&M Corpus Christi drilled IDub Incarnate Word. We called that one. Cal Baptist locked. Boom. Gets it done against Seattle. Did you see the end of this game?
I did not.
Seattle hits a game winner where the clock's expired. They never fucking even adjusted. They didn't review it. This should be in overtime. This was a rock fight. 48-46. At least I thought, you know, and I didn't have the money line. I'm just Cal Baptist would have covered. I'm actually glad this happened, but I thought they kind of got hosed because it looks like he's tipping the ball in, like it's still in his hands, or not tipping it, but it's still in his hands as the red light's on. So thought they got a favorable. You know what? You go play at the crack house in the ozone layer. you get a friendly whistle. You get a friendly clock. I was on you. I tried to bring you on this. The Mexicans covered. They almost won it outright. They only lose by 2 in overtime.
They collapsed.
I know, but we got the cover, man. They got 10 points. You kidding me?
I know. El Mexico.
Shout out to Dave Marino. Says, "What are you drinking tonight?" I am drinking Tito's on the rocks, and then I have just a
nice bullet.
Yeah, I got some random fucking like sparkling water.
I like
that my
bullet,
wife picked up too. Bullet's good. I like Bullet too. I like Bullet too.
It's one of the old reliables.
Yeah. Big fan here. Oregon State covered against Washington. Wish I would have bet it. Didn't. Washington does win though, 79-72. And I survive a lock battle against Mac. Oklahoma 71. Iowa State 63. Iowa State can't score on the road. You can't take them on the road ever. You can't take Iowa State on the road ever.
It's a hell of a game.
What's the most points Iowa State's ever scored on the road under Otzelberger? Like in conference. I would love to know that stat. Non-overtime.
I mean, they won the last 2 years in Norman.
That's true. But I still wonder what they scored. I still wonder what they scored.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 63 tonight. I will say, Oklahoma had a good crowd tonight. I did not that was the best crowd I've seen.
I was nervous about that.
That's the best crowd I've seen in a while for Oklahoma. So shout out to Porter Mosier. This is a great Big 12 game. Just like two teams beating the shit out of each other. Great game.
You know who Iowa State gets on Tuesday at home in Ames?
Oh,
Houston. Buddy.
I'm going to bet the hell out. We're going to bet the hell out of Iowa State.
Yeah.
It's already placed, but it's not even out, but it's placed.
I had some guy tell me
get this Houston bullshit out of here. Doubling down right now.
I want to read this tweet at me because it made me laugh. Where is this tweet? Hold on. Give me 5 seconds here. But Tennessee did whoop Ole Miss's ass. I thought Ole Miss could cover this, but this one from shout out to Drew Stapleton. It goes at the Colby D. Eat a bag of dicks, Dundee. Go Vols. Smoked them by 20.
Did we lose him?
Tweet by the fucking tweet. But I didn't bet on them. I mean, look, I took Ole Miss on the picks page, but I had no conviction, no real conviction. No, Ole Miss is going to be able to shut them in. They're going to be able to out rebound them. No, I just said I think there's a little bit of a rock fight. Give me Ole Miss to cover this. But am I still here?
You're back.
Oh, okay. Wait. So did you guys miss everything that I just fucking said?
You did. Say it again.
Wait. So Drew Stapleton. Shout out to Drew Stapleton.
Yeah.
He tweeted me. He said, "At the Colby D, eat a bag of dicks, Dundee. Go Vols." And then he put some emojis and said, "Smoked them by 25 plus." And I enjoyed that tweet but I also was like, wait, I didn't bet on Ole Miss. What the fuck? I mean, I picked Ole Miss, but I mean, I had no real conviction behind my pick. Is my point? It's not like I had some deep analysis. No, Chris Beard's gonna out rebound him. I thought it'd be a rock fight. Always take the points when you think it's gonna be a rock fight. That's all I fucking said. And yes, I have an appointment at the computer store tomorrow.
I hope he's somehow related to Chris Stapleton. That's what I gained from that.
No, I appreciate the drunk. I'm assuming it's drunk. Maybe it's sober, but eat a bag of dicks Dundee. I thought it was very funny. Anyway,
I bet the shit out of Tennessee here.
Wow.
This is actually one of my bets. Oh, I locked the hell out of this.
There we go. I am at an Econo Lodge.
They fuck teams up in Knoxville, man. There's something about that, and also Ole Miss is not that good. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, I knew that, but I just thought it would be a little bit of a rock fight. It'd be a little bit of a rock fight, but no, Tennessee scored 90. I did not think that would happen today.
Tennessee's good, man.
Yeah,
this might be the year.
No.
They actually can score this year. They can score this year.
Trust me. Let me tell you something. I'm a little older.
You said that about Hurley last year.
That's true.
That's true. Tennessee.
No. But Hurley didn't have the track record. Hurley did not have the track record of Barnes. We have like a 40-year. We have like a 40.
Four. He's been to a Final Four, unlike Matt Painter.
That was an accidental Final Four, but yeah. Shout out to Notre Dame covering for us. Did you bet this?
I did. I took Notre Dame. I was like, dude, come on. Duke always struggles there. They always.
I didn't bet this, but shout out. That's a ballsy pick by you. It's a fucking ballsy pick by you.
I don't think Duke's that good, man. I really don't. I think Carolina's way better than them.
They're certainly looking at it, I would say right now.
They're older. They're more together. I don't like Duke.
Easiest bet that I didn't do last night because we never called this game last night, and I apologize. That does not normally happen. But UCF was at Kansas State, and I loaded. If you caught the morning show, morning show we covered every game. I loaded up on Kansas State. They fucking drilled UCF by 25. My apologies on missing that last night.
They covered after 90 seconds.
Dominance. UCF, welcome to the Big 12. Yeah, I mean K-State, and I was a skeptic on K-State this year, but this is a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, you know how I said welcome to the Big 12 with Houston. Well, this is the welcome to the Big 12 for UCF. This is one of my bigger bets today. I felt like it was public, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, UCF's going to hang in there because K-State's banged up," but I'm like, dude, K-State is way better than UCF.
Way better.
UCF's the worst team.
Yeah. Oh, easily. I mean, dude. I mean,
they're terrible.
ECU was beating UCF last year. I mean, that's why I thought we'd get the invite. But Brett Yormark, he hates small towns, and he said the Big 12's got enough small towns. It's okay.
Maybe we'll go to the ACC.
We'll see you in the playoffs. All right, your little 12-team playoff that you got. See you there, buddy. High noon. All right. Charleston drilled Stony Brook, the Seawolves. Alabama A&M beat Pine Bluff in a classic 63-62. Shout out to the Bulldogs. I decided this was not talked about on the show last night. Circle of Trust. Decided to put $100 on Texas Southern, getting 5.5 at Southern. They lose by 8. You motherfuckers. Gosh.
They're not
going to be in Dayton, Ohio this year. They're not going to be in Dayton, Ohio this year. I guarantee you, in the play-ins, we will not see Texas Southern this year. Southern Illinois won a battle of the state of Illinois. They won by 7 against Illinois State on the road.
I took Illinois State. I locked it.
Oh no! So you didn't hit then?
Yeah, I thought they could get it done at home.
Why didn't we bet this, man? This is my biggest fuck up of the day. Fresno State's not any good this year. Nevada was laying 6.5. They won by like 20. Why did I not bet the fuck? I know it's because Steve Alford, right? Steve Alford. I understand. I got like Vietnam flashbacks of Steve Alford shit. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes I'm just going to sleep and I think about Steve Alford at UCLA losing to fucking, Hawaii or something. I'm just like, it's like an old Nam flashback. I don't know. I should have made, that was the easiest bet on the board and I fucked up. I apologize to the audience. Pathetic performance by Dundee, despite being 8 games over 500 today on my locks and having 2 money line plays. But this was a disgusting, despicable display. All right. Your thoughts on?
You want one worse? I bet Fresno. I bet Fresno. I said this is it. I said this is the Alford spot. This is the one. I said this is the one he fucks everybody. And early it looked like it, but Fresno is bad. I'm with you. That's a bad team.
Their best players left, man. They're all at other schools. They're all like, I did a deep dive on them. They're so. Furman got drilled by Chattanooga. Shout out to the Mocs. You bet the Mocs. Let's play some of that music. Moneyline Matt coming through with the Mocs. North Carolina A&T. I'm glad you talked me off potentially locking them because Elon drilled them by 18.
They fucked them up.
And hold on, this game. Florida Gulf Coast. What the fuck? What the fuck? They lose by 20 to North Florida. This is why I had that rant on them a week ago. Yeah. I hate this school. Start your football program, you filthy fucking losers. How do you lose to North Florida by 20? How?
I don't know. I'm telling you, we probably should take them the next game though.
True. Circle of trust here. We didn't talk about this on the show last night, but when I woke up and saw Northwestern State was getting 11 at Lamar, I said, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I put $100 on Northwestern State. They lost by 20.
They're awful, man. My guy's team's terrible.
I'm surprised you didn't ride with that. When I saw that line at 11, I was like, "No fucking way!" No,
I got scared. I thought about it. I'm like, "Why is that 11? What's that telling us?"
Yeah. Well, I'm never taking them again. All right. Alabama State beats Mississippi Valley State 54-51. I didn't watch any of this. I didn't.
Cover.
It's like the. You're a fucking maniac.
They're 0-4.
You're a fucking maniac. Alabama State gets it done.
They were winning with 2 minutes left and they still fucking lost. I'm like, this team fucking sucks.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that, so I can't even have an educated conversation about Mississippi Valley State basketball right now. Then again, I can't have an educated conversation about anything in life. But Eastern Kentucky beat Austin Peay by 10. That's a huge win. Remember, Austin Peay was red hot.
Yeah.
EKU with a big win there. Long Beach State beat Riverside by 8. That was good for the Dirtbags. They needed that. That spread was 7.5, if memory serves me correct. And then I lost $100 on the Colorado Buffaloes -3. Colorado sucks, dude. Yeah, how about Arizona State? Actually, I almost think they need a game ball.
I gave it to them the other night. I hate this fucking team. I hate Arizona State. I hate Bobby Hurley and that fucking team.
They benefit so much from the Pac-12 scheduling. They get teams before and after Arizona. It's such a benefit.
Yeah.
Way more than we even realized. Because last year they were doing the same exact shit in conference play last year.
Colorado had every opportunity, and they just
I know.
They pissed that game away down the stretch.
And I don't want to hear shit from these Buff. I'm a Colorado fan. We were getting too much hype this preseason, man. Now I get it. They've had injuries, but who cares? So is a bunch of other fucking teams. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you can't lose. You can't get swept on that Arizona trip and lose the way you did. You know,
you can't lose to Arizona State there.
Yeah,
you got
Arizona State's they're in first place.
Yeah, but I mean. You have to find a way to bounce back after you lose by 50. You have to win that game.
Yeah, agreed. Weber State gets past Oral Roberts by 5. Louisiana beats Coastal Carolina by 8. Idaho State beats Omaha. Hey, Omaha fans that DM me for like fucking weeks saying I'm being mean to them. How the fuck do you lose to Idaho State? All right, that's a terrible fucking loss. but I wish you well as you continue to listen to us. Appreciate you. I locked up Cal State Northridge. Cal State Northridge drilled Hawaii. How about this Northridge team? We need to talk more about this Northridge team because this team is good. This team is a good basketball team, man. 12-3, and remember they're breaking in a brand new head coach. I actually think had they played Stanford now, or they lost to the fucking Lemoyne Dolphins, I think the first week or two of the season, I think they would fuck these teams up today. I think they're learning under that new coach. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but
Andy Newman.
Yeah, and not Randy Newman. I love L.A. Andy Newman, dude. They're the favorite bet of mine lately. They're covering every fucking game.
Every game. Yeah, no, he's done a great job. He came over from Cal State San Bernardo, and he was before that
Bernardino, right?
Bernardino, yeah. Before that, he was at Texas Basin. I mean, he's been everywhere, so he's grinded it out, paid his dues. I thought Hawaii would get them here, but yeah, I mean, Andy Newman's got them rolling. I mean, they beat UCLA on the road. I know UCLA sucks, but it's still Northridge. Yeah,
dude, they were so horrible over the past couple of years. This is year
horrible.
one.
I know.
I'm going to a game soon. I know I have a son on the way, but damn it, he's going to a fucking game. He doesn't know it yet. First week out, he's coming to the game. They say you can catch a cold. Bullshit. College basketball will get you through the night. They did lose
to Lemoyne.
Yeah, but that was in November, right?
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Lemoyne's the best team in the country.
That's true. That's true. I also locked up the Indiana Hoosiers. What up, Noah? Lock battle wins for Mac Dundee against Bieniek. This is Ohio State bullshit out of here. This is what you get for taking Ohio State as a Michigan fan, you filthy fucking loser. All right.
This is like when I took thing with NC State.
Wait, you locked Ohio State?
This is like when I took NC State.
I did.
But I'll never take NC State against another ACC team. No, I guess I did against Notre Dame. Fuck.
Ohio State sucks.
Indiana's the worst 11-4 team I've ever seen.
Do you hate Indiana more or Ohio State more?
Ohio State. But Indiana more in basketball. Ohio State barely cares about basketball. Indiana's much louder on social media about basketball than Ohio State is.
I don't even understand that because Ohio State's been to 3 Final Fours in my lifetime, or maybe 3 or 4. How the fuck does that happen? How do they not care that much? What the fuck's going on?
Michigan doesn't really even care either, though. Did I say that quiet enough?
You know what it is, though? It's the balance thing. You can't be great at football at the same time as basketball.
So what do you got? COVID over there? What's going on over there?
Oh, I woke up with allergies. They're absolutely awful today.
Some Philly break your heart?
What? All I'm going to say is Trey Galloway, my prop hit on him.
Phoenix down in the dumps.
I'm sorry, buddy. I wasn't trying to call you a loser. All right, you're just a piece of shit.
It's okay. Right? It's okay. This game being prime time was just not good for me at all. I hate both of these teams. But
dude, that was a great game to watch, man. I was sitting back in my fucking house watching.
Oh, it was an awesome game.
Yeah,
but being that I was on the losing side, I hated it.
Yeah.
Mac needs Tom Izzo in his life.
Mac, you gave me Richmond, which I will credit you 100%. But you also talked me into Utah, you filthy whore. All right, what the fuck was this play?
They were down 3 midway through the second half, and then Arizona goes on a 15-0 run, and these white guys for Utah just completely folded. I was oh yeah,
dude. This is the end of the night. The end of the night, I lost 8 straight bets. I was on fire. I was Lionel Richie dancing on the fucking ceiling before the night slate again, as you're catching all these losses right now. Cause I bet Portland State too against UMKC. I was like, you know what? Portland State's going to fuck up UMKC. They're better. No, UMKC won by 18, $100 loss there. UIC got past Valpo. Nice win there. Pacific covered against Portland. Pacific, they're figuring it out there in the ocean. And then let's talk about these Texas Tech Red Raiders as they win on the money line in Austin. Enjoy the SEC. Enjoy the SEC. Last time in Austin, nice fuck you moment by Texas Tech. You bet that. I'll play your music.
Easy money. They beat him 11 out of the last 14.
Dominance.
They own those little bitches in Austin.
Pop Isaacs is cold-blooded.
There goes beating.
Don't innocent until proven guilty, buddy. Innocent until proven fucking guilty. Northern Colorado 86, Denver 82. Noah, your thoughts on how your Pioneers couldn't handle those Bears of Greeley, Colorado? It's okay. You don't have to answer. I see you eating a fucking sandwich back there. Sac State gets drilled by St. Thomas. Wait, Noah was on this one, right? Noah was on this one.
Yeah, I'm fucking blowing my nose. Yeah, Denver will bounce back. They're good at home. I have faith in the Pioneers. Tommy's, though, that was one of my favorite bets of yesterday. That one actually hit. That felt good.
Yeah, that was a good call, man.
You called me crazy for betting them on a 150 game slate. Might have been a little crazy, but hey, money is money. Yep.
Money is money. Central Arkansas 84, North Alabama 81. No one ever cared about that game. How about this one? This was a shocker to me. I was on the right side of it. I didn't bet it. LSU 68, Texas A&M 53. Woo! In College Station.
Fuck is going on?
Let me ask you something about McMahon there. There were times in that early preseason tournament, I think they were in Conway, if memory serves me correct. Charleston. Okay. There were moments where I thought, this team's pretty good.
They're athletic.
Can you get them going? Because I remember the couple times I watched them, they lost a game or two here or there, but I thought, man, I don't understand why they're losing. When I evaluate like player by player, I'm like, this guy's pretty fucking good. Huge win in College Station, man. Actually, I'm going to give them a fucking game ball. That's going to be a game ball there. It's got to be.
Completely whipped their ass. I mean,
beat
them by 15. It was a little dressed up, but I mean, they controlled the game. Is this a wake up call for Texas A&M? They had it last year.
They're at the Jungle next. Oof. That will be the wake up call.
And then they have Kentucky. Oh,
yeah. Grant Hopkins says we're 4-11 picking Arizona. That probably true. You're not going to mention.
You do have a feature on Tally Site where you can see how good or bad you are on picking teams, if you want to prove them right or wrong.
Well,
I actually think he's probably right.
FAU and Purdue were pretty fucking good against him. I can tell you that.
No, he's probably right. I had a hard time.
I haven't locked against Arizona a lot.
Well, just picking. He's just saying picking though.
Oh.
I mean,
I locked him at Duke. I took him against Duke.
I took Duke that game, so maybe he's talking to me then. But I've had a hard time with him because they have the big ass numbers when they're at home. It's like you're giving a team 20 points. I tend to normally just take the points at 20 or 18 or some shit like that.
You guys are probably up units though. You had Stanford money line against them.
That's true. That's true.
Fuck yeah.
That's true.
Honestly, have I missed an Arizona game other than today?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was probably talking about me. Maybe I don't know. I'm probably not on the right side with Arizona. I'll admit that shit. But I mean, shit, there's 360 fucking teams or whatever.
Long season. It's only January 7th, guys.
It's tough when you have the big teams. To me, like the top 10 teams, and other teams are catching like 25 in your building. To me, that's the hardest handicap.
Yeah,
that's the hardest handicap. It's like, well, will SIU Edwardsville cover 33 in West Lafayette? You're just like, maybe. Anyway, GBO Farms had tweeted out that we should never take Tennessee Tech again. And
This
after
was
that
great.
after that tweet, they absolutely drilled the Screaming Eagles on the road by 14 points. He is a Tennessee Tech fan, folks. That is that's hilarious. Glad you gave us shitty advice.
I think he's a Tennessee fan, 10 Tech grad, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, the whole state of Tennessee loves fucking Tennessee. It's actually pretty annoying, and that the whole fucking only the city of Memphis reps Memphis. The rest of the state of Tennessee just loves Tennessee. You know what I mean?
It's like Ohio with Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're identical.
Kind of bothers me. There.
It's annoying as fuck.
Montana. So I also circle of trust here. I saw South Dakota was getting like 14 points. I bet $100 on South Dakota to cover, and Montana fucking drilled them by 19. That's what I'm saying. My night was the night slate. I got fucked up. St. Mary's got past Loyola, but Loyola covered. San Diego's playing good, man. They drilled Fullerton. They drilled Fullerton by like 20 points today. And then we cashed this one. Utah State gets it done against Colorado State, 77-72. I watched this whole game. It's a fucking great game. Mountain West is really fun to watch these days.
Oh, it's unbelievable. This league is so much fun. Yeah, man, I can't wait to watch this league continue throughout conference play. I mean, the home teams, the environments are lit. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. We were right on Gonzaga as they drilled San Diego. We should have locked it. We didn't. We did lock Dixie State, or AKA Utah Tech, and my soundboard was not playing. There we go. That covered for us. But you know what didn't cover for us is Washington State against Oregon. Dude, Oregon. Dana Altman.
They keep proving us wrong, man.
They could win the Pac-12 this year. They're playing great.
Yeah.
They keep having all these injuries. They're fine. Cruising in. Santa Clara did not cover against Pepperdine. Cal beat UCLA outright. Let's talk about this.
I bet UCLA too.
GBO Farms, he's in the chat. He says, alumni. GBO Farms had a great day. Tennessee Tech and Tennessee won. Shout out to GBO Farms. Yeah, UCLA is not going to the NCAA tournament. Let's talk about this.
Shit, they're not going to the NIT or CBI. They're fucking awful. They just got swept by Cal and Stanford at home.
You think they're worse than Virginia?
Way worse.
Yeah,
100%
I think they're worse. Yeah, I think they're worse. I don't know about way worse, but
they are. They're as bad as
I
Georgetown.
think Cal and Stanford are better than Notre Dame.
If Georgetown and fucking UCLA play right now, I may take Georgetown.
Do you know what UCLA's best win of the season is, Colby? It's Oregon State.
Yeah.
They have 5 wins, or they have 5 D1 wins. Oregon State's the best win. The other ones are UC Riverside, St. Francis.
Don't shit on my red flash.
I'm about to shit on your fucking Shocks too.
Cameron Hurd, West Virginia's way better than fucking UCLA. Way better.
Well, especially once they got the players.
Yeah. They lost to Houston today. I mean, they didn't lose to Cal and Stanford at home.
If UCLA plays UCF, who are you taking?
Probably UCF. I think UCLA is awful.
I don't know. I might take UCLA there.
I'm not taking UCLA anymore.
Wyoming got drilled by New Mexico at the pit. This was a wild game because they cut it. They were down like 20. They came all the way back and cut it to like 3. Then New Mexico went on a crazy run again. Fun watch at the pit. The pit's always one of the best places for college hoops. We hit on this. We got a little sweaty. Just got a little sweaty. Santa Barbara -7 hits as they win by 9. This team, they're working things out, but I'm not giving up on them yet, man. Not giving up on them yet.
They were awful tonight.
Yeah, we got the cover though. We got the cover. The shocker to me, one of the shockers of the night was Cincinnati wins by double digits at the Super Soaker in Provo. What in the fuck? We lose $100, or I lost $100 there. Okay. Okay, Cincinnati. But see BYU, life in the AAC. This is how it goes. All right.
Cincinnati's kind of like
you playing those AAC teams like Cincinnati. Just imagine what would happen if you play East Carolina, you pussies. All right. I know Cincy's going to the Big 12 now.
Play East Carolina.
Bring it on, buddy. Meet you at a fucking 6-sided ring of fire. Let's go. All right.
Cincinnati's kind of like that Shaq meme where it was like, I respect your game. I didn't know you had like that kind of game in you or whatever. Like that was that kind of performance. Like I swear to God.
That was a big time. Hey, they fucking ruined our January 6th races.
We had a parlay, man. God.
Man, fucking BYU. What the fuck?
I thought that was the biggest lock of the three. I was like, they're gonna fuck up Cincinnati. I was on the sports grid today talking about that. I was like, put all your money, put your children's money, everything. Your fucking mom's you got access to her funds. Throw some money on the fucking Cougs there. No, they got drilled. Folks, it's time for game balls. But before I do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by the Game Time app. Buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be that stressful. Game Time is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater that is near you. With killer deals on last minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll be having at that very event. So what are you doing, folks? Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Create that account, redeeming code CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL postseason with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching. Start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All right. We're back. And the slate is beautiful. But first, game balls. I told you my first one. The LSU Tigers. We Tigers here on this podcast. That's my first game ball. They deserve it. Huge win at A&M. I was kind of bullish on A&M in the SEC this year. I'm a little scared right now that they're going to finish like 7th. Mac, your first game ball, buddy.
Yeah, this fucking hurts. Houston. Inaugural. I mean, they've waited so long to be in the Big 12, and they made a statement today. Sweep us in basketball and football down there.
Yeah.
Fuck this up, man.
Yeah. I mean, my second game ball, St. John's. You're making the steps. This is how I saw it. I'm in the matrix of college basketball, and I just saw it going like this. Struggle in November. It's getting better. You go on the road. You win against a quality opponent. Watch out, college basketball world. My friends here are shaking in their boots. They're shaking in their boots. Second game ball. Who you going with?
Seton Hall. Seton Hall's getting the game ball. I mean, Providence and Marquette at the dunk, and then against Shaka, same week, Shaheen Holloway. Seton Hall game ball for me.
Look, I want to give the fucking Long Island Sharks a game ball, but I can't do it with Cincinnati. Just went to Provo and won by double digits. Holy fuck, what a win. I know this. BYU over the years, you could say, okay, they haven't been amazing. They're a solid basketball program, but winning in Provo is always tough. I don't care if they're a 7-win team. Shout out to the Cincinnati Bearcats. I would give them my final game ball. Who are you going with your final game ball?
I'll stay in the Big 12. We got to go Texas Tech. Go in there, the pussy ass Longhorns. They punked their ass right in there in Austin. Final time there in the Big 12. Shout out to Texas Tech, man. Good job.
Great fuck you. Great fuck you out the door. Yeah.
He fucked their ass up. It was great.
All right, folks, let's get to tomorrow's slate because I'm almost terrified that I liked it this much. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fire away. Because tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, I'm going to start things off with a lock. Penn State's better than Michigan right now. They're getting 4.5 in-state college. Fuck out of here with this shit. Penn State's a better team right now. They're a better basketball team than Michigan. Money line play. State college. Let's go. What are you doing here?
Wait. This game's not at Penn State, though.
Oh, is this in Philly?
It's at the Palestra.
Yeah.
Fuck. That changes my fucking handicap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this place was dead last year against Purdue, the number 1 team in the country.
They're so dumb for doing this shit for a conference game. They're
Blame
so fucking stupid.
Shrewsbury. He's the one that scheduled this.
But you know what? I'm diving in. I'm still locking it. I think they're a better team than Michigan right now. Mike Rhodes, he's got some of those VCU guys. Ace Baldwin. They get it done. I don't feel as good, but I still feel good enough. Let's put some, I mean, I already bet this too, so kind of got to stay with it. I feel all right still. I think they're a better basketball team right now. What are you doing, Mac?
I was so torn on this game because it's at a neutral site. I'm not good with these neutral sites. Give me Penn State. I think they'll probably win. Noah, what are you doing here?
Cocktail Napkins got the Nittany Lions at a pick'em. So I think the difference in this game comes, is Doug going to be able to do anything against Ace Baldwin? Because he's a legit defender.
Yeah, he's not going to.
And the one-man team, the one-man show, and the Wolverines, this could be their funeral. What better place to do it than the grand old Palestra?
You know what? I'm gonna lock Penn State. The more I think about it, they're off. They just got fucking drilled
by Michigan State.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mob Rules, who gives us $10. Has nice payout tonight on the IU game. Round up Bears on me. Love the show. And Noah, who's your daddy? Woo! Love it. Shout out to Mob Rules, man. Appreciate you. And
this guy literally waited for us to pick the Michigan game so he could donate and get that comment in.
He's even better.
People are figuring out how to game this system.
So I like a lot of games on the slate today. I like a lot. Man, it starts right here, and I'm curious if you're with me here.
Oh yeah.
UMass is getting 9. I actually see a 9.5 out there right now. Fuck out of here. Oh, sorry, wrong song. Fuck out of here. Dayton had their game against Davidson. We knew they would. Look, A10 specialist. Put it on my Twitter bio, whatever the fuck. When it comes to the Atlantic, anything Atlantic Ocean, I know that shit through and through. All right? UMass has got a cover at UD Arena. I know this place gets lit. It's a great stadium. Been there. But it's too many points right now. I actually wouldn't even be surprised they won it outright.
And who's the coach of Dayton? Anthony Grant.
Yes, Anthony Grant. Yeah.
Anthony Grant is the godfather of Frank Martin's youngest son. They're like best friends, Frank and Anthony Grant. This game's going to come out of the wire. Give me UMass. Lock it up. I think UMass is going to win this game. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
This game comes right down the wire. Let's go. UMass.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Frank Martin, baby.
The board is beautiful tomorrow. Niagara Falls is catching 9.5 at Iona. I can't lay 9.5 with Iona. Give me Niagara Falls. Greg Paulus. Don't make me look like a fool. Lock it up. Niagara Falls plus 9.5. Iona wins by 3. What are you doing here?
I feel like you're playing with fire here. I'm laying with Iona. They're off the loss. Noah, what's Tobin Anderson? What's the pulse of the Tobin Anderson?
This is great. This is great.
On the picks page, I picked Iona. They got their ass kicked last game. So if Tobin's any good of a coach, they come out here and they win with double digits.
Emotional hedge here.
I'm going to keep these locks going. Like I said, the slate it just spoke to me today. I think Wichita State's about to fuck up Temple. Wichita's laying 1.5. They're a much better team than Temple. I'm out on this Temple team. I watched them against Nate. I watched them a couple times. I said this Temple team's not any good. Wichita minus 1.5. Load up. What are you doing here?
Have you seen Wichita play lately?
But North Texas looks pretty fucking good.
They are, but they got to go to Philly here. Short rest. I'm taking Temple. I'm not betting this. I'm not locked back. It's not like I'm fucking confident. I'm out on Wichita.
I'm completely out on Temple. I watched Temple and I thought I was watching Army play. I was like, whoa, this what happened to the days of Mark Macon? Okay, here's one I didn't lock or bet. IUPUI is getting 18.5 at Youngstown. Give me the points, but I'm not betting it.
Noah?
You guys and these suckers on the horizon, both Detroit and IUPUI. They've been cash cows for a fade. Youngstown State's going to blow these guys up. Cocktail Napkins got it at 23. You're getting 2 possessions of value here. Youngstown State's offense is legit, and they're very, very good at home. This home court is not to be fucked with.
Are students back?
Give me the yes. Actually, yes. School starts tomorrow or Monday for most schools. So give me the flightless birds.
You call out first day normally.
Give me the flightless birds. Youngstown State. Lock it up.
Woo! He's laying. Hey, Noah B77_ is his Twitter handle. Give him a follow or DM him some hate. Let's go. Mac, what are you doing here?
Lock battle. Give me
I knew this was coming.
Ooey pooey,
You sucker for these shit Horizon League teams.
Dude,
This is how I
got
rack
Fort
up
Wayne
the
on
lock
deck.
battles. Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Fort
You're
Wayne's
laying
not a
18
team to
and a
look ahead
half?
to in the
We
Horizon.
got a battle.
Get out of
They're
here.
not a look ahead team.
One of the line, Max
Ooey
rolling with
all
Ooey Pooey. Noah Bieniek saying nobody goes into the ice house and gets a dub. Give him Youngstown State.
Shout out to Gulf Coast Guru.
Yes, great guy. Subscribe to the FCS College Football Experience that me and him host. Let's go right back to that Lockwell. And I am going to give away a potential plus 425 on the money line. What do we know about the Aqueduct? All right. They are a complete fucking mess. They're a phony 10-4. Manhattan just got their ass whooped. This is not a far trip. This is almost like a little brother angle. Manhattan covers the 10.5. I think they can win the game outright. Lock up the Jaspers. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. What are you doing here, buddy?
I'm taking the points. The only issue is Quinnipiac off the loss.
That Quinnipiac should have.
Actually, wait, no. They actually came back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
they won.
That was against Ryder.
Yeah.
Actually, that completely changed it. I thought they lost. I'll take Manhattan.
Lock. 10.5.
Oh,
This is disrespectful.
Yes, I'm with you. I thought for some reason in my mind, Ryder won because they led the game for 5 minutes. Quinnipiac sucks. I'm with you. Let's go.
Jaspers. Take those Jaspers. Noah.
Fuck Quinnipiac.
Colby, scroll up in the chat and find the starred comment. Do you want to talk about that or just move on?
What are we talking about? Colby, I watched your stand-up and web TV shows.
I didn't know you were going to read it out loud.
I wish you would have. I wish you would have told me beforehand. First off, if you watch my stand-up, it was probably from 15 years ago.
This is a great story.
Well, okay. So the only thing available out there is a. So I acted in a CarMax commercial once, and while I was there, one of the actors was married to someone that was hosting a show that they said it's like a cable version, like almost like Wayne's World, the TV show Wayne's World. You know, like the show within the movie. You know what I mean? And they're like, "Do you want to come on this cable access show and do stand up?" And I was like, "Yes." You never say you never say no to anything unless some guy's trying to fuck you, like Kevin Spacey. You know what I mean? So you just say, "Yeah, I'm in. Let's go." And I get there, and first off, it was the most ghetto fucking show, right? But and I mean ghetto as in like the setup. Like we didn't have like the lighting situation and everything. So imagine just the most ridiculous David Letterman style setup. And I'm behind a curtain waiting just like you would on Letterman, right? But it's just a really ridiculous setup. But I'm behind a curtain waiting to do stand up, and as I'm behind the curtain, first off, they told me, I asked ahead of time, is there any sensors? Do I need to do a clean set? Do I need to do this or that? And they basically told me I can do whatever. And while I was behind the curtain, like literally probably about a minute out from going on live TV somewhere in Southern California, local TV, like cable access. And I hear, so I've been behind this curtain for like 20 minutes. That's because this show's poorly ran. And I hear that they have the entire third grade class from a school as our audience. Because I was like, we're not going to have an audience. Like Letterman has an audience. I'm like, I rode up here. There's no one in the parking lot. You know what I mean? No one's going to be here. And I'll make a long story short. It was one of the worst experiences of my life because I had a joke about eating pussy that I was like, wait, I can't tell this one now. Right. And then it was just a terrible experience because I tried to pull some shit out from like years before, and I only had about a minute to prep for that. And it was just a absolute disaster. One of the worst things. And I've actually contacted the guy to get that thing off the internet a long time ago. And even worse, he's like, I don't remember my passwords. And I'm like, dude, don't fuck with me, dude. Take your fucking video down. I need to flag it. We should all flag that video. I need to find that video because it hurts me more than it fucking helps me. Anyway, that was my experience there. It was absolutely terrible. It was an absolutely terrible experience.
I shout out to Shevsky for actually finding it. I don't know what I did when I found it, but I was just like, I need to go back and look at some of Colby's stand up, like just do a YouTube search or whatever. I found it and I was like, what was
it was like a horrible experience, man. Yeah. It was really like I've had a lot of bad experiences doing stand up, but that one it stands out as one of the worst. Like I remember driving home, I was just like, what the fuck did I had to take the day off to do that fucking show. I was working like a bartending job. I'm like, I lost like $200, $300, $400 to go just eat shit in front of third graders. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what are you doing with your fucking life? And I'm still not concerned, you know, I don't know. But yeah, Low Life's the TV show. That was a failure too. So, but at least we got paid for that. So I'm okay with that one being out in the universe. Yeah, terrible experience though. And yeah, I try not to have too much stuff on the interwebs there.
We've got the TCE family going to chase it down. Shevsky said what he looked up to go find it, and now we got people going to flag it down for you. See?
Oh,
you tell your horror stories, and then you get 263 live viewers. They're all going to flag this thing down.
And it was like 15 years ago. Anyone, and like, I don't know. It's something that I'm like, you're always grateful for the ride that stand up is. You don't. I think my comedy is so much better than 15 years ago. I was so shallow. I had no life experience. But even worse, if you don't know the backstory, you just think, if you were to watch that, I'd be like, this is the worst fucking piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. Well, the backstory is I get alerted that there's third graders there like 10 seconds before I go live. And it's like, next we go to Colby. And it's like the curtains open up. And I'm just like, Hi. So let me tell you, what did the alligator eat today for lunch? You know what I mean? No, I have no fucking idea. It's just a ridiculous situation. Anyway, let's get back
They
to
said they're
college
going to
hoops.
drop the link in the YouTube chat. So
Yeah.
I'll star it, I'll pin it or whatever, and we can get that thing flagged.
Yeah, let's get a flag down. All right. If all I know is they kicked me off the internet for playing Hulk Hogan's Real American Song on my fucking birthday last year. And I was just shitting on Russia a little bit, and they kicked us off the internet. But yet this thing can be out there for 15 years and ruin a bunch of stand-up opportunities for me. Shout out to that. Where the fuck are we at here? Mount St. Mary's is catching 2.5 at St. Peter's. I'll take Mount St. Mary's. St. Peter's just had a big win. Mount St. Mary's better team. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like Mount St. Mary's here too. Fringe lock. Check this picks page.
Marist. They're heading up to the gauntlet. First place in the Metro on the line. They're heading to Leo D. Mahoney Arena. Love Mahoney and Police Academy. Fairfield's laying 2.5. I'm riding my boys. Get this Marist bullshit out of here. Fairfield gets it done. Lock it up. What are you doing here, buddy?
Lock battle. Marist all day. They're gonna win the game.
You keep drawing. Look, what happened last time you went up against this Fairfield team? Huh?
Oh, that was Sienna. Sienna fucking.
Try to teach you lessons about this dynasty. Best team in Connecticut.
Fairfield sucks.
Best fucking team in Connecticut. Let's go. Let's fucking go. In one corner, Wonderland Mac riding with Marist. Rick Smits ain't walking through that door. Dundee going with the Blue Blood Fairfield. Let's go. Moving along. Canisius is laying 1.5 at Ryder. I mean, I kind of feel like Canisius is a much better team. The line stinks to high heaven. I'll take
Shop
Canisius
around too. You can get Canisius plus money, plus points.
But dude, I'm afraid to lock this because it doesn't make any sense. I'm taking Canisius. They should be laying like 4.5 here, in my opinion. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm locking Ryder. They should have won at Quinnipiac the other night. They were the better team for 36 plus minutes.
I think Canisius is better than Quinnipiac, actually, though. But
I don't think Ryder's as bad as their record. Give me Ryder all day. Lock it up. They're gonna fuck them up.
Colby's gut said 4.5, and that's exactly what the cocktail napkin has this thing at. On the picks page, I got it at plus 1.5, and I locked it. I'm willing to lock it with Colby right here.
Golden stinks. It stinks.
Yeah,
staying away.
Diving into the stinking MAAA. Ryder's gonna
backing off this one. I'm backing off this one.
Trust your gut, Colby. You literally named my number.
Lock battle music. Ryder all day.
I'm locking Mac based off of that dance.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. I'm so sick of this bullshit. Bring your fucking moving quilt nonsense. All right. I'm sick of my own bullshit, believe it or not. Let's go. Let's go. Lock battle.
Ryder all day.
Canisius -1.5. Dundee. Beat it. Against the moving company. Bring your dolly. Indiana State's laying 2.5 at Northern Iowa. This game's awesome.
Yeah.
Give me Indiana State -2.5. It reeks a little bit. It reeks a little bit.
Dude, this is Northern Iowa's daddy in this league. I kind of like Northern Iowa here, man. I think they're going to win.
Indiana State, I've watched too many times. I think they're really fucking good. I actually think they're like Sweet 16 good.
This game's in Cedar Falls, though.
I know. But they got a lot of white guys.
Well, they both have a lot of white guys.
Indiana State doesn't have as many white guys as you think. They have that one guy with goggles. That counts as like 7 white guys because he looks like he's fucking underwater. He's wearing like the fucking water goggles that you see at like the fucking pool. What's up, Noah?
What are you laying it with Indiana State here, Noah?
I said Robbie Avila. That's the kid's name.
Yeah. Give me the Sycamores.
Lock. Give me Northern Iowa. They're gonna win. They're gonna fuck with this game all day. This is their league.
I might battle you. Check the picks page. I might be battling.
They're gonna win this fucking league.
Once upon a time, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane thought they could come into Greenville, North Carolina, and beat the East Carolina Pirates coming off a FAU loss. No. This is easy money. Easy fucking money. You don't need the stock market. You got it right here in fucking college hoops. All right.
Nothing that we couldn't do. We set out to defend our name, and now we'll never be the same. Never be.
Sorry, what are you doing here, buddy?
I'll take ECU.
No lock though, huh?
No, I'm off it.
Foolish. Once again, I'm giving you free money. Drake is laying 5.5 at Belmont. This line went up a little bit. Wasn't this like 3.5 like a couple hours ago?
I think so. I like Belmont.
I think I do too now. At 3.5, I like Drake, but fuck, 5.5. All right, give me Drake. Drake wins by 6. South Florida is catching 3.5 at UAB. This line went up too. This was a 1.5 point line a couple hours ago. Give me South Florida. I can't trust this UAB bullshit. Actually, no. UAB gets up for these big games. Give me UAB minus 3.5.
Is this a big game though?
In their mind, right? Conference game.
Who do they have on deck? No, they have FAU on deck. Hell no, this is not a big
South
game.
Florida. South Florida then. South
Florida.
Let's say,
Fuck
yeah.
no.
Yeah, actually, we should probably lock South Florida then.
Yeah. Let's lock South Florida.
Come run with the Bulls.
Let's triple lock this. Cocktail napkins got it at +1. I like the look ahead.
You can't fucking take UAB when they're a favorite either, man.
Chicago State's catching 10.5 at UTEP. Get the fuck out of here. UTEP only scores like 51 points a game. So you're basically saying, can Chicago State crack 40? They can. They cover. Sprinkle some on the money line. Oh, don't tell me you're going Miners. Don't fucking tell me you're going Miners.
No, I'm not going to bet it just because I don't. You said 10?
10.5.
I think UTEP's going to draw them here. I'm on UTEP.
What offense?
I'm on UTEP.
Dude,
drill them with what offense?
Yeah, what?
Chicago State does not score more than fucking 60 anymore.
I mean, that's all we need. We need.
They've scored 45 more than 60 in their last 5 games.
What?
They've scored more than 60 in their last 5 games.
Chicago State? No, they haven't. They've scored 53, 55, and 58 in their last 3.
I'm looking at the winners of their games.
Yeah. What are you talking about? They're in the 50s.
Never mind.
Dude, what are you talking about? UTEP's not going to score any points.
UTEP 53, 61. 78,
Chicago State's wearing down, man. It's mid-February.
They have had 4 days off. They're still on the road. They're doing their world tour.
They play every game on the road.
You don't wear down on a world tour.
And they're 7-14. They're looking good.
Yeah, this is actually pretty.
No, are you locking this with me? You locking this? Yes, let's go.
This is a win.
Let's go.
Moneyline sprinkle.
Let's fucking
They
go.
are getting to our 12-win mark that we predicted, or 14 or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever we did. They have a win against UTEP. They have a win against Fair Dick because fuck them. They have a win against Stetson coming up. They have a win against SC State, and they have a win against Eastern Kentucky. And they have 3 more wins against non-D1 teams in there. They're winning like 14 games.
Battle. Give me UTEP. They're going to win by
fuck
20.
you.
Give me
Nah,
UTEP. Give me.
You're just a heel.
Well,
You
I
did
know
it so
You're
good.
locking it just a
Bring
lock.
big cold,
You
but they're
did
down
it.
7-6-5.
Nah, you're locking it just to lock it. Get out of here.
We got a lock battle.
We win by 22.
Mac going with UTEP.
He was just shit talking Joe
Dundee
Golden the other day.
beating Chicago State Cougars. Let's go. I say
He was-
sprinkle the fucking money line.
He was
Sprinkle
just
that fucking
shit-talking
money line.
Joe
Everybody's
Golden the
betting
other day.
Chicago State. Get this shit out of here.
Nobody's betting Chicago State besides TCE, and we've been doing it the last 2 years.
Yeah, I don't
How
think
dare you fade
anyone
your
knows
buddy.
Chicago State has a fucking program.
Yeah.
I'm the one that.
How dare you
I'm
fade
one
your
of the
buddy
founding
Gerald?
fathers at Chicago State. This is not a
Coach
good spot
Gilliam.
for that.
He's going to be on our. They win this game outright. You have to get him on our show.
UTEP's going to win by 22.
If the
No.
Cougs win it outright, you're
You
getting
ready for
Gerald
this?
Gillian on the Sports Gambling Podcast.
You ready for
See what
this?
we can do.
This is the final score. UTEP 56. Chicago State 48. Write it. All right.
No, I'm going to go with Chicago State 49, UTEP 46.
Ooh, I like that too. I can see
Rock
that too.
fight, just
Let's
low
go.
scoring, and Chicago State win.
UTEP 66. Chicago State 51.
I mean, sometimes I can't believe you of all people, just going against our boys.
They're telling you to take UTEP here.
No. Shout out to Robert in the chat. Always reminding me of that great sound clip. Northern Kentucky's getting 4.5 at Cleveland State. This game's actually low key kind of awesome. Give me the Norse.
They're off a big win.
I think this is a one basket game though. There's two good teams going at it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, give me the North. I like the North, but I don't like the spot for them.
SMU's catching 7.5 at Memphis. This line went up. Give me the points. Nah, I guess. This was 5.5 earlier. Where do you draw that line? I think it's somewhere around 8 or 9, maybe 7.5.
I like SMU actually here.
I'm gonna write SMU too. Memphis wins by 5.
But these two teams, I don't know how healthy Memphis is either.
They are definitely not. They're definitely without Caleb Mills.
Yeah.
I don't know how to handicap this game. Cocktail Napkin loves this actually, but I think it's wrong. Like it says it's a pick 'em. I don't believe it. I think Memphis is much better than SMU, but I tried to handicap
SMU
this game.
is better.
I'm confused.
SMU's been they're vastly improved from a year ago, but I'm
If
gonna
they
take
can compete here, I'm impressed with SMU because I've been doubting them the entire season.
Give me the 7.5. Memphis wins like by 6,
Yeah,
5,
good
something
game.
like that.
Good game.
This is a lock. Maryland is getting 2 at Minnesota. Terps win on the money line. Get this barn out of here. All right, this fucking bullshit barn. You got to sit. Let me get front row tickets so I can rest my chin on the fucking hardwood. What the fuck is that? All right. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I'll join you. Fuck this Minnesota shit.
Let's go.
Also lost to
Bieniek.
Purdue. They're going to bounce back, get a rare road win. Let's go all day.
Bieniek, you in? You in or you square?
Call me square. Maryland's 2-10 straight up in their last 12 road games. Minnesota's actually got a pulse this year. I've been on the Golden Gophers the entire season besides that one Michigan game. They have everybody back. Braden Carrington's playing.
Maryland
Dawson
all
Garcia's back. Maryland can't play on the road. I don't know what it is, but they have the one win against UCLA, and we see how good UCLA is this year. I ain't buying stock in that Maryland win at UCLA. Are you? Give me the Golden Gophers. Lock that up.
Wait,
At
didn't
home.
Maryland win it? Didn't Maryland win at the barn last year?
Yes, they did. They were a much better team than they are this year.
Who was Minnesota beat?
Nobody. They beat Michigan, but I believe in this team. They beat Missouri.
What's their best win? It's Missouri, and Missouri sucks.
Yeah, they actually lost.
No, Missouri beat them.
Yeah,
that's right.
And Missouri,
Maryland's winning this. Maryland's winning this.
Maryland wins outright.
Maryland on the road, auto fade Maryland on the road.
Final game on the slate.
Celebrated all night.
First Big Ten road game of the year, says Chad G.
Final game on the slate. Michigan State laying 2.5 at Northwestern. Seems too easy, doesn't it?
This is a lock.
Seems too easy. Northwestern plus 2.5. Even though it's hard to fade Michigan State right now with the way they've been playing, but the line is telling you Northwestern's going to win.
Northwestern is definitely going to win. Michigan State has Illinois on deck. They're rolling. Everybody says they're back. Tom Izzo. Northwestern wins outright. Let's go Wildcats.
I agree. Let's
lock that shit up.
I agree. Let's fucking go. Folks, that is our show. Just like that. 2.5 hours of madness. Appreciate you tuning in. And please, if you can, give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Noah Bieniek's on Twitter at NoahB77_. I'm on Twitter at TheColby D. You can see it live right below our fucking names. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Yeah, I know we got that. Favorite bet of the day. I mean, do I need to mention my East Carolina Pirates? I actually think the easiest bet of the day is UMass.
I like it. My favorite's Northwestern. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Northwestern's going to beat Michigan State outright.
My favorite bet of the day is the Flightless Birds of Youngstown State, the Penguins. Minus 17.5. They win this thing by 20 plus.
Folks, give us a follow on Twitter. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate all the donations. Appreciate all the people tuning in for a 2.5 hour show. You must love college basketball just like us. Shout out to Chad G, everybody, Michael Huffer. Love seeing the repeat guys, Robert and Martin. Appreciate all of you guys. And let's kick ass tomorrow. I had a winning day tonight. Let's really bring it home tomorrow. All right. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. And remember, tomorrow we got the FCS National Championship game going on in the middle of NFL playoff race and college hoops. In case you are wondering, I host the FCS College Football Experience. We have a game preview out on the FCS College Football Experience. Check it out. Go Grizz. And that game's going on early tomorrow. Check it out. And check out the College Football Experience as well. And remember the College Baseball Experience. Noah Bieniek's already got some previews ready. He's throwing heat behind the scenes. All right. So check out the College Baseball Experience with Noah Bieniek and the Big 12 Experience with Mac. They just did an episode right before this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't be a bottlenose.
Let's go.
Just keep thinking about dolphins. Don't they have a bottlenose dolphin? I think they do. Lemoyne, baby. Love the bottlenose Dolphins. All right, folks, let's get the fuck out of here. Appreciate it. It's a great slate, great games. Until next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
I lost a bet on the Super Bowl. So I had to dive in and crawl around through the snow. Don't believe me? Believe me, there's a video. We made it to promote March 5th and then we did the show. Before March there was a winter to be lived through, and snow fell on the DC metropolis. In some other cities this wouldn't be big news, but where I live it felt like an apocalypse. Not the kind where zombies are the wrath of God, but the kind where Mother Nature doesn't laugh it off. I didn't laugh at all. I saw the sky smoking the blunt, now waiting for the ash to fall. Traffic stalled for a few weeks. Capitol Hill of snow taking up a parking space. A couple notches on the beltway ain't unique, but higher in freezes get more than your heart to race. I mean the rats were frostbit, they lost it, risking their lives just to make it to the office. Exhausting, caustic, cold front rose up through the mid-Atlantic. and did its damage. Detective Baylor didn't expect a camera and brought a gun to a snowball fight. I know my rights in the seasonal mood swing. Some of us winning, some of us losing. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. So I can stay warm. So I can stay warm. So I can stay warm. Des says you're beautiful little snowflakes. I say that you're snowmobiles with no brakes. This isn't how normal feels, it's so fake. I need more to shovel while the hubble hovers above us. Lovers and haters ever collapsing rap stars. NASA is my backyard. The chain link fence couldn't contain the frozen rain that caused the middle madman to go insane. I wrote a name in spray paint for Valentine's Day. She didn't feel the same, I was out of line. Hey, a cold shoulder, there's nothing new with the stone owner. Looking for a froze over belladonna for snow blower. But temperature lower killed the hot streak. They know I'm a broken clock and talk's cheap. The homie Dave and the bird caught it after the misery crew saw the storm growing faster. As the weatherman got a lump of coal, rambling for ratings in another month or so. There'll be a rush on gold, so put your luck on hold. Milk, bread, and toilet paper sold, but I gotta go. This is not for show. I really ought to get my clock fixed before the snow falls and all this is washed away. I see my breath in the air as I cry out, not today, today. That broken clock's been ticking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center. Winning winter, so I can stay warm with you. That broken clock's been blinking since